This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. Inspired by actual events. This year's most dangerous pay-per-view. Lockdown will be downright sadistic.
Christian, can you enter 6 sides of steel and defend your title with the cool head,
6 sides of unforgiving steel and lockdown,
the poise and the grace of a champion?
Are you prepared to die?
Or as the monster abyss so violated your personal boundaries and dignity?
Because I am.
This man has never been pinned. He's never submitted to anyone.
That was freaking insane.
There's no place for you to go once you go in there. Lethal lockdown, where the ceiling lowers and weapons are hung from the cage. You stepped over the line, Jeff. You're looking at the 4 men that are ready to go to battle at lethal lockdown. I'm gonna grab your heart, rip it right out of your chest.
Are you prepared to die? To die? To die? Because I am. Because I am. Because I am.
Christian,
Are you prepared to die?
I'm gonna grab your heart, rip it right out of your chest.
You've heard all the adjectives that appropriately describe 6 sides of steel. Yes, it's dangerous. Yes, it's sadistic. And it's certainly barbaric. But now is the time when mere words won't do the brutality justice. Championships, bodies, and careers are all on the line. Viewer discretion advised. It's time for lockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest live on TNA Lockdown. It is a 6-man World X Cup preview match scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Minoru, Hiroki Goto, and Black Tiger. They are Team Japan.
We kick off Lockdown, the all-cage pay-per-view with Team Japan headed to the ring. It is Hiroki Goto with the flag, Black Tiger at the man in the middle, and Minoru, 3 of the 4 members for Team Japan that will be competing in the upcoming World X Cup. It's 3 of the 4. The captain, Jushin Thunder Liger, will round out the team when we kick it off this Thursday on Impact.
And their opponents from India, Sanjay Dutt. From Detroit, Michigan, Alex Shelley. And from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Jay Lethal, Team USA.
Mike, when I look at Team USA coming down that ramp, I can't help but get the thought out of my mind. Is Alex Shelley ready to play on the same page? We see Sanjay Dutt, we see Jay Lethal, and we see Alex Shelley right there, a man who seemed to have his own agenda the last time these guys were together. It can't be that way inside this cage. You have to be together. You have to be at one.
Check this out. Alex Shelley with his paparazzi cam. He just handed off to SoCal Val for safekeeping.
Make sure she gets everything on tape right there, I imagine.
I would think so. This match is a preview for the upcoming World X Cup, the first of 3 rounds to kick off this Thursday on Impact on Spike TV, all the way through to our pay-per-view in the month of May, Sacrifice, when we will have the finals of the World X Cup. And Don, it's such a special time here at TNA when wrestlers, great stars, X-Division stars from all over the world come to TNA to compete, to prove that, yes, their country is the best.
Not only are they coming to prove they're the best, they're doing it in the direst of conditions. When you look inside that cage, and I've talked about it before, but you're going to notice it. You're going to notice it real early, especially with the athletes that you see in that ring. And that is that because of the 6 sides, the way the tension is on that cage, there is absolutely no give. It's like almost being a cheese grater for a wall all the way around. So these guys have to be so careful. And I mentioned earlier about Shelley, there is no time for him to be doing his own antics here. He has got to be on the same page with his teammates.
Well, you notice that Alex Shelley insisting that he wants to kick this match off. He wants to show what he can do. We've seen some communication problems in the past. We've seen it recently on Impact as well. When it comes to Alex Shelley and getting along with his teammates on Team USA.
When you look out there, Minoru is out there with Alex Shelley right now. The X Factor, oh, nice kick. Another one. The X Factor, this is how you prepare for these guys. Oh, Alex Shelley with a great counter right there. How do you prepare for a Team Japan? People you just don't get to see very often. And you know they've been thinking about this for a long time.
Minoru is the most accomplished and most experienced of these 3 members of Team Japan. Obviously, the Captain Jushin Thunder Liger, a Japanese legend, went to the dropkick. Shelley able to hook that top steel cable and avoid the contact. Oh, but he didn't avoid that one. That dropkick caught him dead on.
Well, the good thing I think about this is that Minoru was giving it to Alex Shelley right away. So Alex Shelley has got to have the right mindset. He realizes this is a battle right now. This is a war in there, and I think it's going to get his mind right here in the long run as far as being cohesive with the rest of the team.
Minoru tags into Black Tiger. Black Tiger, very interesting story here. Almost need a little Japanese professional wrestling history. And in the history of professional wrestling in the Orient, Tiger Mask, the pioneer of the junior heavyweight division, similar to TNA's X division, he revolutionized the sport in Japan. He was actually a character based on a cartoon from the 1970s, and his rival was Black Tiger. And you are seeing Black Tiger, the rival of Tiger Mask, in the ring and taking Alex Shelley down with authority.
Professor, you just got to get all the information out on your new DVD. I'm telling you, that's unbelievable the stuff you got.
You know, when it comes to the history between Black Tiger and Tiger Mask, 4 individuals have been Tiger Mask. This is also the 4th Black Tiger. And among the past wrestlers that have been Black Tiger for New Japan Pro Wrestling, the late Eddie Guerrero.
That's a history right there, and Black Tiger out there in control of Alex Shelley. And oh, Jay Lethal with the blind tag. You can see he wants to get in the ring, and I think this is a good move on Jay Lethal's part. They've got to get a little sweat rolling out there. They've got to get in there. They've got to get a feel of it. Alex Shelley was kind of wanting to do this whole thing on his own.
And it is Hiroki Goto in for Team Japan. Great move, that single leg takedown, and nice exchange here on the mat. Let's see who gets the better of it. Lethal tried to use a head scissors. Goto will have nothing to do with it.
It's almost like watching Olympic wrestling right there, as they are definitely doing match style right now, and it's just both guys, they're sizing each other up, and now looking each other right in the eyes.
This is the first trip to the United States for Hiroki Goto. Arguably, he is the best young wrestler currently competing in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Just 26 years of age, and how about this? He won't even have 3 years of professional experience under his belt until the month of July. Jay Lethal connects.
Well, then it's appropriate that he's out there with Jay Lethal, because you're looking at a man who's 20 years old, the youngest man on the TNA roster. And I don't know what we're looking at there, maybe a couple years of experience in his day. And that just gives you great hope for the future of this business when you see young guys like this with that kind of talent, that kind of maturity at that age. This sport is in great shape.
Double team and now triple team move by Team USA.
This is good to see.
Look at that Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya, springing off the ropes and connecting. Oh, the crowd's rocking. And the Impact Zone for life. locked.
Mike, what I loved about that was all three men working together. Obviously, Alex Shelley has got it in his mind. You see a pin attempt. Minoru coming in to break it up, but all three guys working together, which if they have any chance to win the World X Cup, they're going to have to do it just like that, and there they are teaming up again. Great sight to see here for Team USA fans.
In Black Tiger, you have a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion competing for New Japan Pro Wrestling. The 8-year pro, just 24 years of age, got caught with the drop kick, then the spinning neck breaker by Shelley. Sanjay up to the shoulders. Looks like they're a pretty cohesive unit.
Absolutely, and this is great because, you know, we've always admired the skill of Alex Shelley. Oh, he almost hit the pin. We've always admired his skill. That's one thing you can't deny. I mean, you can hate his ways, so to speak, but you can't deny his skill. And this is what I like is these three styles between Lethal and Sanjay Dutt and Alex Shelley and how well they're working together.
And then you factor in the captain of Team USA for the upcoming World X Cup, Chris Sabin, as we see Sanjay connect, drops the elbow, quick pin attempt, far leg hook, just a 2 count.
I'll tell you what, Team USA now has had almost 4 or 5 attempts at a pin. Getting very close. Obviously, Team Japan maybe a little intimidated. I mean, you know, you get off the plane, next thing you know, you're in the steel cage, but a move like that by Black Tiger can turn everything around.
Face first goes Sanjay Dutt into the turnbuckle. Goto in and drives the boot directly into the ribcage. Follows up, stomping to the chest of Sanjay Dutt. Now going to pick him up the head and send him face first right into the corner turnbuckle.
They've got him over there isolated right now, Mike, and that's not where Sanjay Dutt wants to be. Because this is a great chance. Minoru right here has a hold of him. It's a great chance for them to get big-time momentum right here, and he snaps that one off.
Sure did. Snap suplex, airborne, and drops the knee.
A little nonchalant right there, and Alex Shelley didn't like it.
Minoru, 3-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight and Tag Team Champion, as we see Team Mexico coming out. That was the captain, Shocker, with the flag, and he's got Puma and Magno, 3 of the 4 members of Team Mexico, out to check out this World X Cup preview.
They've got to be pretty happy they're not taking the beating inside the 6 sides of steel, but they're definitely out here scouting. And you see Minoru go to the pin. Minoru doesn't have it.
Yeah, after that drop kick by Black Tiger, and now it's broken down with everybody involved momentarily. Again, seeing Team Mexico coming out to watch this matchup with Team Japan, Team USA. There's the captain, Shocker. Oh, man!
What a combination by Goto! Minoru, and there goes Minoru. Alex Shelley did what a combination drop kick by all 3 of them.
Triple drop kick to the head, the pin attempt, but no, broken up. That time it was Alex Shelley in for the save.
Alex Shelley has been the consummate team player. I've got to give him that. Every bit of it, been the consummate team player. Now Sanjay Dutt knows where Jay Lethal is. He knows where Alex Shelley is, but Minoru will not let him get over there to make the tag, and he brings him back over that corner.
You have to like the game plan and the strategy of Team Japan. When they bring this team to the United States for the World X Cup, these 3 individuals, Minoru, who was just in the ring, this is Goto, and of course Black Tiger, along with Jushin Liger, they're all a part of the same group wrestling in Japan. That's the CTU group headed by Jushin Liger. As we see Alex Shelley in to help his partner Sanjay Dutt. All of a sudden, Alex Shelley's getting along with his partners Jay Lethal and Sanjay.
Well, it's probably good that he's not seeing Team Canada over on the other side where he had a little misplaced loyalties at times. But Sanjay Dutt, though, is in trouble. Like, he is just taking a beating right now. And talk about cohesive. Team Japan is talk about being on the same page. They're writing the book right now.
It really is a natural because they spend so much time together in the ring in Japan. As Sanjay Dutt able to snap it off, rolls in the corner and tags in Jay Lethal on fire.
And you can see
lines right to the chest of Black Tiger.
He was so frustrated over there, Mike, and he was ready to get in. He was just anticipating, kind of like I was right there, just getting in and trying to help out Sanjay. Took a beating, and now Jay Lethal able to take out his aggression here on Black Tiger.
Reversal into the corner goes Lethal, able to get the boots up, then off the middle rope. Caught him with the leg lariat. Here's the cover, lateral press, just a 2 count.
Black Tiger able to just barely get up in time right there, but this is what Team USA needed. Jay Lethal in total control right. Oh, but he just ran right into that elbow.
Tiger caught him right in the chest with the elbow, and then the follow-up move is a drop kick perfectly placed.
Goto coming in right here. Japan has been so quick and crisp on these tags, Mike, haven't they? They've just really been working together. Oh, man, almost went on his head.
Pin attempt off the suplex, and no, just a 2 count. Jay Lethal kicks out. I mean, it's something that the other teams, obviously not Team Canada, they've been working together for an awful long time. But then when you factor in Team USA with Alex Shelley, although they seem to be on the same page here. Oh, man, both knees. How about this for Team
got a newfound respect for Alex Shelley. He's going up high here. Did he hit it? Frog splash, and he nailed it.
Cover.
1, 2.
Oh, just two. Only two.
Oh, the crowd thought it was over. I thought it was over.
Jay Lethal has Goto going to try a suplex attempt here, but Goto able to fight him off. Enziguri kick right into the suplex. There's the German.
Here he goes.
Pin.
1, 2. No! He got up just in time. Oh, man, Sanjay down. Here it goes again.
Sanjay, the shooting star, Lethal the pin, but Black Tiger breaks it up.
How close did they get?
On the verge of victory on several occasions, but Team USA not able to put away Team Japan.
Wow, great teamwork though by all 6 men. And Team USA so close. Jay Lethal's got to wonder how he didn't get that pin, and now Minoru got him. This is the crowd.
The chance of USA rock the impact zone. Minoru.
Nice back
kick
right there.
Right into the midsection.
Oh, look at this!
Oh,
He's got
it into the cross arm breaker. Minoru special. He's got the submission hold applied.
Holding him off!
No, broken up by Sanjay Dutt with the drop kick.
Man, you can see Jay Lethal. It was all he could do to keep him tapping out right there. Look at him holding that arm, and it's such pain.
Legal man now is Black Tiger. He gets the tag. Gonna ring out the arm of Jay Lethal. Fire him off with the reversal. Kicking up into the air. Flapjack. Lethal measures it. Oh!
Look at that. It's like watching a Kung Fu movie. He nails him right there with a kick. Here comes Alex Shelley.
Quick roll through. Oh, man, he dropped Minoru right on his head. Goto went for the spin kick, and it grazed Shelley.
Oh, nice kick right there. By Sanjay to the leg, and you can see Sanjay's got him down. Can he get it right here? So close.
Sanjay, thought he was going to go for the Sanjay cutter.
Shelley hit Sanjay.
Caught his own man, took out his own teammate. Enziguri kick by Lethal, the back of Goto's head.
Oh, you've got right there where Alex Shelley took out Sanjay. Jay Lethal's kind of a man on an island right now. 3-on-1. Oh, Minoru nails him. Black Tiger's got a hold of him
Gonna
right
go for
here.
the Tiger suplex. Pin.
2. Japan did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Team Japan!
No question, Team Japan is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the upcoming World X Cup. And think about this. The captain, Jushin Thunder Liger, the leader of this group, added to the equation. Wow.
I mean, what a combination. They were professional. They worked so well. And Team USA so close so many times. I wonder if we can look at some of the things that happened
I would love
in there.
to.
Because it really was, the crowd was cheering. This is awesome. And look at the triple drop kick right there. And then the frog splash by Alex Shelley.
Shelley hit it. It looked like the U.S. was going to do it. You see there, the arm breaker attempt to submission, but it was the Tiger suplex, the patented move of Black Tiger, that proved to be the difference in gaining Team Japan the victory.
You still have to be proud, though, of Alex Shelley. Even though he did accidentally kick Sanjay, he did a great job of working as a team.
No question about that. Proudly waving the flag of Japan. It's Team Japan to kick off Lockdown with the win. Hello once again, everyone, from ringside. Mike today, joined as always by my broadcast colleague Don West and DW. Quite simply, Lockdown. It is the most unique pay-per-view format in professional wrestling today because every match, top to bottom, to be contested inside that 6 sides of steel. And what a lineup we have in store for you tonight. Get ready for the Anthem match. It is going to be Team Canada to face Team 3D, capture the flag, and the winning team, yes, gets their national anthem played.
And then, of course, for the first time ever, we're going to see the unpredictable Sabu and the force that is Samoa Joe for the X Division title.
NWA World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion Christian Cage to defend against the Monster Abyss. How about Lethal Lockdown?
Oh, it is Lethal Lockdown. Sting called it. He's got it. Jarrett, AMW Steiner against, of course, Sting, the phenomenal AJ Styles, Ron the Truth Killing, and the War Machine, Rhino.
Certainly something for every wrestling fan's appetite tonight at Lockdown. On that note, let's send it to the back, where Jeremy Borash, JB, our broadcast colleague, is standing by with the team that's going to compete in the Anthem match, Team 3D. You are looking at the special edition Lockdown action figure set commemorating tonight's historic pay-per-view event. Yes, the six-sided ring, the 6 sides of steel, and yes, even Sting's very first TNA action figure included in the set. Log on to TNAWrestling.com for more information. Standing here with Team 3D, gentlemen, later on tonight, engaging in warfare inside 6 sides of steel versus Team Canada in an anthem match.
Borash, tonight, the war continues, but more importantly, tonight, the war ends. Team 3D finally reunited with our little brother, Runt. We step inside the 6 sides of steel against Team Canada. Tonight is not about titles. Tonight is about pride, and tonight is about respect. Respect for your colors, respect for your country, and pride for your national anthem. And I'd rather go work for that miserable company in Stamford, Connecticut, than ever have to listen to the Canadian national anthem again.
Bro. Please tell me you're kidding when you just said that.
Yeah, I was just ribbing you guys.
Team Canada, after tonight, you are gonna know why thou shall not mess with Team 3D. Oh, my brother.
Testify! Later on tonight, the anthem match. Team 3D versus Team Canada inside
JB, look, I gotta ask you something. What's going on with this big announcement management's having made tonight?
Well, you think I know, Larry?
Well, you know everything. Don't give me that. What's going on with the announcement?
Larry, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Well, who has the clue? Who's making the announcement?
Ask somebody else. I really don't know.
You don't know?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Don't kid me, JB.
Why would I kid you, Larry?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Well, not only is Christopher Daniels going to face a mystery opponent tonight at Lockdown, a surprise opponent for Mr. Daniels, but it sounds like Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee, he may have a surprise in store as well, because yes, Larry Z, there's a major announcement coming from the offices of TNA, and we will have it for you at some point during tonight's Lockdown pay-per-view. Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, ready for action inside the 6 sides.
And his mystery opponent, formerly known as Low Key, from Brooklyn, New York, he is Sensei!
Wow! Wow, of all the people that I have tried to picture coming down that ramp, think about this! His former partner in Triple X, and look at the look on Christopher Daniels' face! Oh, this is gonna be spectacular!
Did you hear the ring announcement? Formerly known as Low Key. And of course, Low Key, a former X Division champion, a former NWA World Tag Team champion with the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, as you mentioned, in Triple X. Now known as Sin Shi, face to face, it's Daniels and Sin Shi. It's almost as if Daniels is asking him, how's this going to go? Is this going to be a fight, or is this going to be a wrestling match?
Oh, this has got to have just absolutely taken whatever thoughts Christopher Daniels had about who it was going to be and totally messed them up. And look at him. He's saying, how's it going to be?
Whoa.
Well, I guess that's how it's going to be. It's going to be just like that inside the steel.
I think we just got our answer. Series of offensive shots from Sin Shi, but Daniels, the Fallen Angel, fights back. What an exchange of right hands.
I'll tell you something, that cage, when you look around there and you realize the other man's coming at you, any thoughts you had of what you're going to do just becomes focused on the task at hand. Once you hit that steel like he just did, you know you're in a fight. You know you're in a war. And I'm going to wonder now, what kind of a match are these two going to have? Is it going to be a fight? Is it going to be a brawl? Or is it going to be a wrestling match. I mean, these two have so much history, Mike.
Well, judging by the opening minute of this matchup, well, I think it's going to be an out-and-out fight between these two. Went for the boot to the midsection. Fallen Angel. Daniels able to block it. Quickly spins him around. Senshi lands on his feet. Back elbow missed. Off the ropes, and Daniels caught him with that boot.
Well, these two have known each other for so long, and they know so much about each other. But that's, when you've got the cage around you, that kind of changes everything because it's just such a different dynamic. And Senshi right now, I don't think he's thinking anything about Triple X. I don't think he's thinking about anything but letting the whole world here at TNA know that he's back.
Off the back elbow, Daniels goes for the cover, had the far leg hook, but not able to keep Senshi, the former low key, down for the 3 count.
You can hear the crowd yelling both names, and Christopher Daniels right now seems to have a little bit of an edge, and oh, he comes in with a hard elbow. Nice shot right there by Daniels.
Charges directly into the corner, and you're right, caught him flush. Gonna try and fire him across, and does. Back first into the turnbuckles, Daniels charges in again. Only caught the turnbuckle with his knee, but Senshi laid him out with the suplex. Dropped him, front suplex straight down.
Think about Senshi. Here's a man who may be from Brooklyn, New York, but he's a man who has spent so much of his life in the Orient, so much of his life in Japan, studying their ways, learning their customs, basically becoming a part of him. I mean, it's in his ancestry anyway, and you can see that he really is that Japanese warrior.
And of course, wrestling, Don, for the past several years, extensively in Japan as well. Right back to the offensive, gonna take him up. Oh man, drives him stomach first, right across the knee. Lateral press, the cover. Referee Slick Johnson down for the count, but just another near fall.
Ooh, nice shot right there by Daniels as Senshi was coming right in for it. Daniels caught him right there in the gut. I mean, it's basically been a brawl right now between these guys.
You know, I'm just getting word through my headsets that Senshi is Japanese for warrior. I guess that's appropriate.
Boy, that's perfect. Oh, look how he does that. He is so incredible with his feet. We've always talked about that. And Senshi has this ability to hit you with his legs to kick you from 150 different angles. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
I think we're seeing, Don, even a more aggressive Senshi, if that's possible, from the last time that we saw him as low-key.
I swear it looks like he's put on muscle, too, since the last time I've seen him. He really does seem to be in superior condition. I mean, he is absolutely ready for this and ready to show up. And again, you got to realize that Senshi has been thinking about this. He's probably known for a while that he was coming. We didn't, but he did. Christopher Daniels never knew. And if he can keep the momentum like this, Christopher Daniels may never be able to get his feet firmly planted.
And really think about what this does to the overall depth of the X Division roster. Off the suplex, the lateral cover, and a pin attempt again by Senshi, but not able to get that elusive 3 count. Daniels going to try and fight back from his knees. It really does, Don, add depth to the overall X Division here in TNA by adding this former champion.
Oh, think about the X Division, the stars and the athletes that we have. Oh, man, it really is one of the greatest things in wrestling, and it's what really put TNA on the map. Stars like this, these two guys that have been part of that X Division since almost the beginning. Well, actually, since he was there at the beginning.
You're right, X Division Championship, it's at stake, and it's on the line later tonight at Lockdown. Another one of those very intriguing matchups. You mentioned it earlier. First time ever, it's Sabu and Samoa Joe, but check out this mid-ring chop exchange.
Man, they're just going one after another. Finally looks like Daniels got the advantage. And look, oh, a double chop right there by Senshi.
Oh, that was the key, the double chop. Took Daniels down to a knee. At the same time, Senshi in the corner, trying to regroup as well. Charge out. Daniels gonna quickly take him over, try and roll through. Senshi fights it off. Oh, wow.
Just up, straight up, and nails him in the feet.
Double foot stomp, pin, no, just a 2 count. I think he's more aggressive than ever.
I do too, and like I said, he's going in a completely different style. It's, you know, I think of all those great matches in the past when he was involved in the conversation I had with AJ Styles, and I said, how do you prepare for Senshi? Of course, Fumino was low-key at the time, and he just said, you can't, because he does things so different than anybody else that you will ever meet in the ring.
So I think back to the early days, Don, of TNA, and the role that low-key at that point played, right in the midst of that X Division Championship picture with people like the phenomenal AJ Styles, with people like X Division pioneer Jerry Lynn.
Oh my! To this day, one of my favorite matches was a ladders match between those three, and I can still remember it. But I also remember when these two were together at Triple X, and the many matches that they had with AMW, and they were an unstoppable force. I mean, they became tag team champions.
Daniels going to try and get back up to a vertical base, but Senshi just not allowing that to happen. He's got him neutralized right now in mid-ring.
You can the pain right there. You can just see it. Daniels in his eyes, and maybe it's not just the pain of what he's feeling, it's the pain of having to go against a former friend. But there's no room for that right now, not inside the steel cage.
Series of elbow shots.
Oh, nice.
Senshi was maintaining his grip until that last one was able to break it. Here comes Daniels to the corner. Man, both boots caught him right in the chest.
You have to constantly be aware of his feet at all times. They're like lethal weapons. I mean, he absolutely... Oh!
Yeah, but so how about Daniels? The same thing.
Oh, that's the beauty of Christopher Daniels. He can beat you so many ways, and he just almost set up Senshi right there and caught him there with the enziguri in the back of the head.
You're right, drilled him right in the back of the head with that perfectly placed kick. Crowd in the impact zone, cheering on both of these warriors. Yes, Senshi, that may be Japanese for warrior, but boy, I think you can also talk about the Fallen Angel being in that same category. Caught him with a forearm first, then the elbow, then the clothesline. Great series of moves.
I think this the way this whole match has gone has been so... Oh, he was taking a flat-out punch right there, and Daniels able to duck it.
Yeah, swinging for the fences. How about that? Takes him up suplex style, back first right into the cage. To the judo playbook, STO takedown.
Got it!
No, just two.
But you saw right there, that's the example of what that cage is like. It was like he hit a wall and came right back in. And there's just no give whatsoever, and that might be what Christopher Daniels needs now to get the momentum fully on his side. Yes, he hits it.
Pin attempt now.
2.
Cover, no. Senshi rolls the shoulder. Don, those fans at home who had the opportunity to see the pre-show, the countdown to tonight's Lockdown pay-per-view, they saw you and I inside that 6 sides of steel. And boy, we can both testify, there is no give to that steel cage.
I mean, we were talking about getting your face raked across it. I mean, it's dangerous, it's brutal, it's sadistic. It is all those adjectives. 1, 2, no.
Man, Senshi planted him and then immediately went for the cover. Both of these men not afraid to try for that pinfall. But so far to this point in the matchup, neither has been successful. Senshi back to the offensive. Gonna take Daniels now. Got him hooked, face lock style. Gonna try to take him up. He's got that leg hook. Went for the suplex, but it's blocked by Daniels.
Daniels trying to get a base there, but he's only got the one knee there for it. And oh, man, nice kick right there by Senshi.
Drilled him. Right in the chest, but Daniels got the elbow up as Senshi charged in.
Oh, right into the cage, right. And now what a kick right there by Senshi. He just creamed him.
Sidestep Daniels first, and then just shot him right back into the corner and into the cages. Daniels' body and head bounces off. Pin attempt, leg hook. That's just a 2 count. See some frustration evident at this point. Senshi pounding on the mat. Not sure if he's upset about the cadence of the count of referee Slick Johnson or the mere fact that he hasn't been able to put away the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
I mean, it has been almost like a fight between these two. It's just anything goes. I mean, no rules inside there. And they just look at these chops, one right after another. Look at him going, just the speed that he's coming with him in another one.
Man, it must have been 10 chops in a row right to the chest of Daniels. And Senshi, no.
He's got him up.
Missed him. Gonna take him up. Oh, man, dropped him right on his head, DVD. Caught him with the Death Valley driver.
This is his chance if he can get to his feet. He's got Senshi down. This is his opportunity right here to get the pin, but you can see he's hurting. He's holding his chest. He's holding his ribs, and he just can't get up to his feet fast enough.
A desperation move by Daniels to turn the tide.
BME!
Yeah.
Yes, he hit it!
Best moonsault ever. Pin. No, just a 2 count.
So close. So close. I'll tell you, if he could have got there and done it faster, I think. If he could have got to his feet faster, he could have gotten that pin, but it took him just too long, Mike, to get up there, and that gave Senshi just enough time to kick out.
Daniels now going to position him up on the top turnbuckle.
Ooh,
oh, man. Open hand slap rocked him.
You could feel that all the way through the cage, but look at how Senshi fighting, trying to counter, using the cage to counter.
You know, Daniels loves to take the arms of his opponent, wrap him around like a necktie and toss him down. We just saw an instance there where Senshi is very familiar with Daniels' offensive moves, and he should be as his former tag team partner. Daniels going to try and superplex him in, but Senshi fights him off.
Look at these
men
kicks
up on the top.
Into the back right there. He's the elbow in the back, then the elbow to the head. They're all, man, pounding him. Look at that. He just goes straight back into the steel.
This is what we talked about, just no give to that cage. It's because, Don, of the 6 sides of steel and the way that this cage is
Look at
constructed.
this. Angels wings, can it be from the top?
Super Angels wings from the top, but check out Senshi. He's holding on to the cage.
Oh, he's got him there. He's using his shoulder to go into. Then he pushes him off and he gets loose. Senshi
Still perched on the top.
Oh, he misses.
Went for that double boot, double foot stomp off the top. Might have hurt his knee on the way down. Daniels powers him right down to the mat.
Oh, that's just what Daniels needed right there, because it did look like Senshi hurt his knee. Christopher Daniels able to take advantage, but man, he's hurt his ribs at some point from all those kicks. And listen to this crowd showing their appreciation.
Crowd loves it at lockdown. The former X Division champion, the Fallen Angel, gonna pick up Senshi here, gonna go for the Angel's wings.
He's got it, this could do it. Oh, just bull rushes him right into the turnbuckle. He's turned over.
Feet are on the rope.
He got leverage.
He got the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Senshi.
What a way to return to TNA. What a way to come back to the X Division when you knock off the former X Division champion and his former tag team partner, the Fallen Angel.
I'll tell you what he did. He used his feet for leverage right there. Of course, referee Slick Johnson was down for the count. He didn't look up and see it, but Senshi able to use that leverage. Maybe we could show you here some of the things that happened there, and you'll see what we're talking about. Nice kick right there by Daniels, and this just kind of set the stage. And look at the way he uses his feet right there.
There's that double foot stomp directly to the chest of the Fallen Angel. Daniels connected to the Death Valley driver, but this
and then
is
look
how
at the feet.
Senshi
Look
gets
at the
the win. Using it for extra leverage to gain the victory. Yes, he's back in TNA and he starts it with a victory. Senshi gets the win over the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. To the back, JB standing by with the James Gang and Bullet Bob Armstrong. Take it, JB.
Thank you very much, John and Mike. We are backstage here at Lockdown, and up next is the Arm Wrestling Showdown. 66-year-old Bullet Bob Armstrong and his James Gang stepping into the ring against Conan in an arm wrestling match. Here's the added stipulation. Winning team gets to administer 10 lashes to the losing team inside that cage.
And you know, that added stipulation gives me the will to win. You know, Conan was like family to us. We treat him like family. What did he do to me? Embarrass me on national TV. Now every time I take a step on my left foot, my knee screams his name, Conan, Conan. Well, tonight's the reckoning, and I reckon I'm going to put your knuckles through that gum table, brother. And when I do, when it's all over, what better way to get back at you from embarrassing me is 10 straps on your back. And you hear that leather pop, don't you? You hear it, boys? 10 straps. You got it coming right now.
LAX, Conan in particular, you know, you broke our hearts. Well, tonight we break your skin. You get locked up at Lockdown. And you know, Conan, I'm going to do something that Mama and Daddy Conan should have done a long time ago. I've taken this man's strapping. Hell, half my life I've took his strappings. Well, tonight, you not only take his, but you take mine.
You know, Mama always said I was a strapping young man.
It's up next. It is the Arm Wrestling Showdown here at Lockdown.
Yo, Bullet Bob Armstrong, a.k.a. Dinosaur Bone. I hate you. Somos boricuas y no le tenemos miedo a nadie.
Don't rush me, pressure won't crush me. Critics wanna hush me, but they can't touch me.
I voice my opinion, I speak for the street. God he lives, God forgives, so I speak on the beat. For the brothers on the corner, you ain't gotta struggle. Riches all in the kingdom, you ain't gotta hustle. Stronghold, strong man, you got a lot of muscle. Voice convicts the sin, man, I ain't gotta touch you.
66-year-old man that's kicking Conan's ass. Another one.
Run, Foresto, run. We mash on you, we smash on you, then we give you your walking papers, boy. That's how it goes. Hey, wait a minute, man. Luchamos cuando tú quieras, pero ahorita no se va a pasar nada. What the hell did you just say?
Reminds me of the old days back in the Marine Corps when two guys would have it out. They never could settle anything. Colonel would come in and say, boys, put your hats on backwards. Get your hands on the table. Somebody put somebody down.
You know what he did? He pulled out a knife on me. Yo me pregunto por qué es que no entiende. Si tengo
éxito se me sorprenden. Yo me pregunto por qué no comprenden que aquí los que vencen no son los que venden, son los que ganan vida, son los que buscan alma, los que pagan el precio y mantienen su calma, son los que ponen su mirada en las cosas de arriba. Todo funciona cuando la fe se activa.
When I got a hold of him, he cannot run. He seems to always want to run. And I got the James gang behind me, and they're ready to roll. I know they'll back me up. So if you got the cojones, brother, put them hands together. Let's see who can put each other down. Win, lose, or draw. You gonna know Bullet Bob was on the scene, brother. I will be open for business.
That's medieval manhood right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lethal Lockdown continues with a special arm wrestling contest. The losing team will receive 10 lashes. Introducing first, accompanied by Hernandez and Homicide, and representing the Latin American Exchange, Conan.
Let's settle this situation between Conan and 66-year-old Bullet Bob Armstrong, the father of B.G. James and the James Gang, once and for all, man to man. Remember what Bullet said? Just like when he was back in the Marines. Let's hook it up. Old-fashioned arm wrestling style. Bullet Bob at 66 against K-Dog Conan from the Latin American Exchange.
He knew it was the type of a challenge that Conan couldn't back down from. Because think of the face he'd lose by turning down arm wrestling somebody 66 years old. It was exactly what Bullet Bob wanted, and it's what he's got. And there's going to be nowhere for Conan to run inside that cage.
And I love that extra stipulation. Added onto the match as we see the arm wrestling table in place, because the losing team, whoever loses the arm wrestling match, that entire team going to be on the receiving end of 10 lashes from the strap, from the whip. Homicide, Hernandez, the other members of the LAX to join Conan.
Orlando, you're a bunch of losers, just like Bullet Bob Armstrong. Tonight, that old man is going to lose to the younger, stronger athlete. And I'm coming in at a little disadvantage because last night I hurt my knuckles. I was in downtown Orlando knocking out 15 Orlando punk asses. And that's right. Just like nobody can beat us in a street fight in Orlando, that old man is going to lose in an arm wrestling match. So you can boo all you want because you hate, because you can't relate to greatness. But tonight, Bob, you're going to lose, and I'm going to whoop that ass. Órale, arriba la raza! Hey, shut up, because I'll go out there and punch you right in the face.
And he's challenging the entire city of Orlando.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by VG and Kip James, the James Gang from Marietta, Georgia, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
Well, Conan not making friends in the Sunshine State here at Universal Resorts, Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. But I tell you, they love the James Gang. And yes, Daddy Bullet, 66-year-old Bob Armstrong, representing the James Gang. Check out the guns on 66-year-old Bullet Bob.
I know for a fact I won't have them guns at 66, but I just hope I have that heart. I just hope I'm still kicking at 66 years old. But you look at this guy and you realize age is just a state of mind. Because Bullet Bob Armstrong is the kind of guy, if you got into a ditch in a war, you'd want him right there next to you. If you're in an alley, he's the guy you want on your side.
Think of the long-term history, as well as the rivalry involving B.G. James, Kip James, the James Gang, and K-Dog Conan. Think back to the days of the Crew, the Three Live Crew, one of the most accomplished tag teams, one of the longest running tag teams in TNA, Don. But boy, it was a nasty, nasty split. It boils down to this. Settle it. Arm wrestling style. Conan and Bullet Bob.
It's almost kind of like what we just watched. We saw Sin Shi and Christopher Daniels, two former partners, have to face off, and you're looking at the same thing. I mean, these guys were family. Conan and BG were family. And now he's looking at BG's father and realizes that there will never be any reconciling between these two.
Of course, Don, this is a rematch from a recent arm wrestling match on Impact when Conan used Hernandez to come out and nail Bullet Bob. He had sent both teams to the back. But Hernandez made his debut with the Latin American Exchange. Bullet Bob, Conan gonna hook it up. They've got him locked inside the 6 sides of steel. The James Gang, the other members of the Latin American Exchange, out on the arena floor. Let's settle it man to man.
You see Conan trying to pull the elbow off there, and Bullet Bob pulls it right back. He's not going to be intimidated. He's going to have it done. But look at this. K-Dog has got the momentum right here as he's going.
On the verge of victory. He's bad-mouthing him at the same time. He's trying to play some games with him here, trying to get under his skin. Head Bullet Bob coming back strong.
He's pulling, and you can just see the pain in Bullet Bob's face as he's doing everything he can to hold off the younger Conan, and Conan bouncing up and down, trying to get momentum right there.
Referee Andrew Thomas says you're just this close, about an inch away from putting his arm down. Conan on the verge of victory, but look at Bullet Bob fight back.
He gets it right back up to the starting base, which is what he wanted. Now look at this. Bullet Bob is so close. He's done it. He's done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the arm wrestling contest, Bullet Bob Armstrong.
66-year-old Bullet Bob just put the arm of K-Dog down. Uh-oh, here comes Homicide in, turned over the table. Hernandez as well, but you forgot about the James Gang, boys.
Oh, there's going to be some lashes handed out right here. And this was a situation that Conan couldn't believe it. But Bullet Bob, it was just like those days back in the Marines. He had no quit in him.
Well, let's hear from BG.
I believe we have a little business to attend to. Something about whipping your asses.
Strap them, boys.
Oh, these guys have had this coming for a long time.
Say hello to my leather friend.
My leather friend.
Oh, yeah. Assume the position, Menudo. You know it. It's like this. Assume the position and take your whipping like the 3 perros that you are.
Oh, man, now using their own language back at him. And, oh, look at this. And I don't see LAX offering themselves up.
You take a walk. Remember, gentlemen, you just keep on walking, because you will be suspended indefinitely. Now assume the position.
Where are they going to walk to? They're locked inside the cage. LAX, you're not going anywhere. You perros, you dogs, as BG James just called them in their native language.
I say just take the straps right to them. You mentioned it. They can't get out of that cage.
Let's go, gentlemen.
Conan shaking his head, saying no way.
Take your positions.
That was the stipulation. Now you got to face the music.
We got to do it. We're going to get suspended.
You can see Conan trying to talk some sense into Homicide, saying we've got to do this or we're going to get suspended. Are they going to?
1, 2, 3.
Here we go! Oh, man, that's one.
Hey, órale, mijo.
Oh, he's trying to pull his belt off.
Gentlemen, wait. I've got good news. Just 9 more left. Just 9 more left. That was uno. This will be dos. 1.
Bilingual BG James going to lay in another 2.
Man, that hurts. Just looking at that, it hurts.
Hey, thanks for the shirt. He's slippery. He slipped right out of his shirt. Here we go, gentlemen. Uno, dos. This will be Trace. We'll do it on 3. Or Trace. Here we go. Turn your ass around. 1, 2, 3. Really?
That's Kip James.
He wanted to hit him.
I said on 3.
You might say he jumped the gun.
I mean, that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count.
Well, he called him Billy. Here we go. Lay that leather in there.
I don't even know what count they're at now.
10. And Bo Derek is a 10. Son of a...
Did you say Bo Derek is a 10?
Who's your daddy?
Yes, he was. Oh, justice was served.
James Gang, standing proud with Bullet Bob, who gets the win, and they lay down some leather justice and lockdown. To the back, JB standing by, with
who's your daddy?
Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, Scott Steiner, and AMW.
It's Bullet Bob.
We are backstage tonight. It all happens later on. Lethal Lockdown, America's Most Wanted. Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and yourself, Jeff Jarrett, stepping into warfare.
Jeff, look, I got to ask you something. I know you guys already got the good news. Your team has won the coin toss. You guys have got first entry. But you got to let me know what's going on with this big announcement, the major announcement the management's having now. What's going on? Who knows what's going on here?
Larry, you're supposed to know everything around here. Can you not see that I've got more important things to worry about instead of your career?
Yeah, but it's
big. Listen to me, Larry. Why don't you go chase down your boy Dave Hebner? Or no, better yet, his evil twin brother, Earl Hebner. He knows all about a screw job.
I should have known. I hate the Hebner.
Sting, you and your warriors, these people didn't come to see you. They came to see us. So what we're going to do, we're going to drink our beer. We're going to walk that ramp, and we're going to beat some people's ass. Sorry about your damn luck.
JB, you are looking at the two men that made the Six Sides of Steel famous. Tonight, we're talking about Lethal Lockdown, the most brutal match in professional wrestling. A match that men don't walk away from. A match that ends careers. Sting, you made the challenge, but understand one thing. You say you have your army together. Your army's blood is not on our hands. It's on yours. Big Papa Pump, I'll get this party started if you'll come in with the cleanup crew.
You see, Big Papa Pump, the big bad booty daddy, lives for moments like this. Sting, you made a big mistake, and people are going to get hurt because of your mistake. See, I'm the hired hand. I'm the assassin. In the ring tonight, in that steel cage, there won't be no showtime. In that steel cage, I'm going to kick your ass because I'm ready to snap.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest at TNA Lockdown is the X Division Escape Match. 6 men will begin in the Six Sides of Steel. Wrestlers are eliminated by pinfall or submission until 2 wrestlers remain, at which point escape rules go into effect, and the first competitor to go over the top of the cage and reach the floor will be declared the winner. Introducing the first participant, accompanied by Simon Diamond, and representing the Diamonds in the Rough, from Atlanta, Georgia, Primetime, Elix Skipper.
One thing we know, Primetime Elix Skipper, very comfortable with the Six Sides of Steel.
I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. The hurricanrana that he did off the top of that steel cage.
After he walked the top of the cage.
Right.
Wow.
The second participant representing Team Canada and accompanied to the ring by Coach Timor, Petey Williams.
You heard the announcement for the rules of this X Division Escape match. It's pinfall or submission until we get to the final 2 competitors, and then you win it by escaping the cage. Making your way over the top of the cage down to the arena floor. What about Petey Williams having Scott D'Amore at ringside and Primetime Elix Skipper having his boss, his leader, Simon Diamond on the floor? Is that going to give him advantage? I guess we're going to find out.
Making his way to the ring, the third competitor from Mexico, Uba.
He really opened up some eyes, Don, to say the least, last month on pay-per-view. This kid is 21 years of age, already a professional for 6 years. Yes, he's a part of Team Mexico because of his background, his Hispanic background. He's trained with the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. To me, that gives him a huge advantage once we get to the World X Cup when Mexico faces Japan.
From Nashville, Tennessee, the next man in the escape match, Stevens.
Here's a man right here that's been trying to find himself because he seems to be finding himself without his partner after we saw what Big Papa Pump did to his partner of the Nationals, Andy Douglas. This is a chance for him to establish himself and become a big primetime member in the X Division.
From the deep blue sea, he is Shark Boy!
Yeah, the entrance of the cult favorite here in the Impact Zone at Lockdown. The masked Shark Boy. Well, you just talked about Andy Douglas, put on the shelf by Scott Steiner. Just saw Big Papa Pump in that interview. Biggest arms, shortest fuse.
And finally, from Hill, Michigan, he is the captain of Team USA, Chris Sabin!
World X Cup kicks off first round this Thursday on Impact Fight TV. And here's the captain of Team USA, Chris Sabin, one of the 6 competitors in the X Division Escape and Lockdown.
This is going to be a unique format. Again, it's going to be pin or submission till you get down to the final 2. And then it's the first man that can make his way out of that steel cage, have his feet hit the floor, and that's what makes you the winner.
Did you happen to see in that shot the camera panned around ringside? Scott D'Amore, the boss of Team Canada, and Simon Diamond, the leader of the Diamonds and the Rough, looking awful chummy at ringside.
A little too friendly for my sake. I mean, that's...
What was that about?
I don't know, but the good thing is they're on that side of the cage. That's the beauty of it. They can go be chummy all they want and hang out all they want, but they can't interfere from that side of it out there.
Talk about a situation where the referee has his hands full. Senior official Rudy Charles going to check out this match involving these 6 X Division competitors. The Team Canada captain, Petey Williams, to kick it off with Shark Boy. Quick face lock by Williams. Shark Boy with a nice reversal into the hammerlock.
This is going to be a very unique situation where you really do want to stay out of that match until you get down to the 2, because you can't get pinned or forced in a minute if you're not legal and in the ring. But as always, when you get this many guys and this much talent in that small of a space, things tend to break down. Oh, what's Scott D'Amore doing over here?
Oh, really?
Skipper, Williams, it comes down to the 2 of them, and then they settle it mano and mono. That's the way we're going to do it. Like gentlemen, just like in the old country.
Well, I saw that you were getting pretty chummy with him. I figured you were working on some kind of strategy or game plan. All right.
He's from Jersey.
Yeah, take a hike, Canadian bacon.
Hey, here, have a mint.
What was he?
You heard what he just said, though, that he's got a deal worked out with Simon Diamond.
Well, keep an eye right now then on even Skipper and Petey Williams, because obviously the 2 of them are going to be working together. I didn't think they could interfere from outside the cage, but I guess they have, in a way, so to speak. They've been able to...
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what they've done.
And this is the type of match where if you can find a partner to get down to the final 2, it would definitely be an advantage.
The shark bite in the corner from Shark Boy to the head of Petey Williams. From the middle rope, you're going to go DSD this early. Dead Sea drop, blocked by Petey Williams by raking the eyes. Put his fingers right in the eye holes of the mask of Shark Boy.
Well, you mentioned Puma the last time we saw him on pay-per-view, and this guy is so talented. Another one of these young superstars, but he was so impressive, but that time he went right into the drop kick by Shark Boy.
I just love the move by Team Mexico to add Puma to the squad. Snaps off that head scissors, does Shark Boy. I mean, Puma spent several years training at the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo in Los Angeles. Gives him a huge edge when you see matchups involving Mexico and Japan. When we kick off the World X Cup, first round this Thursday on Impact. Backdrop suplex by Puma, putting the boots to Shark Boy, while you see that camera shot over the shoulder of D'Amore and, yes, Simon Diamond at ringside. Puma up on top.
Oh, nice shot by Shark Boy, just chopping the leg off right there at the base, and that brought him down to the ropes.
Great drop kick by Shark Boy, takes Puma down to the top turnbuckle. Sharky now going to climb the corner.
Oh, he hits him with a hurricanrana like that. Something you don't see from Shark Boy very often, but it hit perfectly.
Shark Boy wants to prove to everybody that he can go high risk with the best of the X Division. Missile drop kick off the top.
Well, he's been all offensive here from the very beginning. And you see Puma getting in there, getting the tag, and Primetime being the skipper, and keep your eye on him. Like I said, especially when him and Petey Williams are out there at the same time. Nice spin kick.
The martial arts background that Primetime Feeling Skipper brings to professional wrestling. Some 7 years before he even broke into the mat game, Primetime studied the martial arts, and you'll see him use those talented feet. Swinging a miss at the clothesline. Shark Boy off. Primetime going to try and elevate him up.
Shark Boy
Bulldog. Shark Boy that time using the cage, springing back, grabbing onto the head, driving him down with the Bulldog. Here's the pin and a 2 count on Elix Skipper.
See Shark Boy looking up right there, thinking, That was close. That was almost 3, but it just wasn't quite enough. And Elix Skipper, you could just look at him and know what kind of condition he's in, what kind of shape he's in. And again, a man who knows his way around this cage, which gives him a big advantage. What a nice move right there. Kind of, was that like a scissors? Right?
Yeah, like a headstand on the top turnbuckle, then drops down with the leg drop across the neck as you see the two pals at ringside, D'Amore and Diamond.
Oh, and they're just too chummy. Just too chummy for my sake. And you can see Shark Boy, though, being aggressive, going up top there. And that's what I'm talking about. He pushed his face right into that cage. And then he takes him back, and Shark Boy, nice shot right there on primetime Elix Skipper.
Almost a variation that time of a Russian leg sweep style move from the top rope, driving primetime back down to the canvas. Shark Boy has been in here, Don, from the opening bell.
Yeah, he needs to get a tag in, because all this is going to do is wear him out when the other people get in.
That's the key.
And Shark Boy in trouble now. You saw what Elix did. Oh! Canadian Destroyer! Oh, he's done! He's done!
First man out is Shark Boy, first elimination.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, the buddy system working to perfection there as Petey Williams, D'Amore's charge, hit that Canadian Destroyer with a 6-foot pile driver that baby is.
Well, that just shows you it's, oh, nice kick right there. Saban is fired up. I mean, he wasn't in, he's now in, he's aggressive, and he knows, and he saw what Petey Williams did with that Canadian Destroyer. And the captain of Team USA, oh, but he goes right into the unforgiving steel.
Yeah, against one of his fiercest rivals.
Oh, what a
Canada's Petey Williams drives him down headfirst, DDT style, lateral press for just a 2 count. Think back to the history between these two men in the ring. Petey Williams, now he's got Saban necktied. Don, they trained together for professional wrestling for several years. It was only after both of them broke into the sport that they went their separate ways. Petey Williams aligning himself with Team Canada. Chris Saban from Hell, Michigan, representing Team USA as the captain. A series of elbow shots by Saban. Williams off the ropes, telegraph on the back body. It hurt Saban momentarily, then he came through, caught the ends of Geary, now Chase Stevenson with the right hand.
That was one of those, I think, where he took one to give one. And Chase Stevens right now, probably the freshest man of all of them. And there you see Puma misses. Stevens just set him up.
Down to 5 with the elimination of Shark Boy. Remember, pinfall or submission until the final 2. Then you escape the cage. Flying forearm shot by Chase Stevens. Oh, but he turned right around. Petey gonna go Destroyer again.
Oh, this time I think the strength of Chase Stevens. He used it to his advantage, and you can see the look right there on Simon Diamond's face.
Not sufficiently weakened, I think, the story.
Oh, sudden death!
Prime time hits the sudden death on Puma. Saban and Skipper.
Oh, we knew it was going to break down. We knew it was going to. You can't keep these guys bottled in. And then it broke down, and I'd hate to be a referee in a situation like this. All of them right now down. I don't even know who's legal. Oh, look at this. Chase going up top. Now remember, escaping won't do him any good from up there.
Chase Stevens headed to the top. You're right. It's not about escaping the cage.
He's wanting to take somebody out. Is what he's wanting to do.
Climbing to the top of the 6 sides of steel. Puma and Primetime exchange blows.
You can see right there Puma going up top to stop him from coming back in.
Stevens fights him off, caught him with a series of boots. 4-man in the ring. Chase Stevens still alive in this match.
Look at this. He's steady. Oh, no. This is crazy.
Oh, no.
Way.
Not from the top.
No way.
Oh, my God, look how high up.
No way. Oh, my God. He landed straight. It looked like on his face. That was unreal. Unreal. Here's a man who broke his neck not too long ago. Look at this. Oh.
Did you see that landing?
He just, the guys looked up and saw him at the last minute, got out of the way.
That's the key.
And
the other 4 moves first. The other 4 wrestlers move. We got to see this again.
This. Oh. You know what may have saved his life? His legs caught Petey Williams.
He's going to go for it.
Oh, so close. How is he even moving?
I don't know. Now the pin attempt by Stevens. He matrixed out.
A nice kick, Chase Stevens. Wow.
How do you come back and mount an offensive like this?
Oh, God. Caught him right there.
Dropped him on his head.
No.
What?
got out. Did he get him?
I think he got him. D'Amore and Diamond, yeah, he did get the 3 count.
Chase Stevens counted out.
Wow.
On all the excitement there, I thought I saw 2, but you're right. He got the 3 count on that. Oh, man, I hate to see Chase after doing one of the most daring things
I can't
we've
even get
ever
over that.
seen.
Well, the highest high-risk moves we've ever witnessed in TNA, and boy, that's saying a mouthful, as Chase Stevens, the cage door opens, and he just dropped out to the arena floor. What a drop kick, a dual drop kick by Sabin, 1 leg for Williams, 1 leg for Puma.
Oh,
Skipper powers him down.
Look at this, wait a minute, Petey Williams just pinned Elix Skipper.
Really?
Petey Williams.
What happened?
Look at this.
What happened to the deal?
I don't know. Did you just see the look right there on Simon Diamond? He can't believe it. Oh, look at when you show Simon Diamond and Scott D'Amore right there, you can see Diamond is mad. He wants to fight.
Would you say no honor among thieves?
Oh, you can't. Oh! Puma just kicked Elix Skipper right on top of Simon Diamond.
Puma double leg. Gonna try and roll through now on Petey Williams. No, Puma springs off the rope. Missed with the clothesline. Power bomb down. Pin. Gonna take him up. Thought he was gonna go for the pin out of the power bomb.
Oh, right into Chris Sabin. Could it be the cradle shot?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Pin.
1, 2, done.
Down to the final 2.
has been eliminated.
Oh, isn't it fitting that it is these two that have come together for so long, took separate paths, 2 that have faced each other in the X Division so many times.
Now remember, we're down to the final 2. It's no longer about pinfall or submission. It's about escaping the cage in the X Division escape.
Oh, Petey Williams going right for it. Chris Sabin realizes it. That's just it. It's going to be about speed right now. When you get a chance, you get the advantage, and you've got to go all the way to the top, and here he goes. Can he make it?
Headed up the top, Petey Williams, no, pulls him back down by the trunks.
They're both right there using the ropes there to balance themselves. If one of them can get the other one to fall back, this could be the advantage. Look at this. Oh, Petey holding on, though, to the steel cage.
Sabin tried the sunset flip off the ropes. Oh, Petey dropped down instead. Did you see that leg drop?
Right on his face. You can see it right there. Sabin grabbing the back of his head as it snapped it back.
Referee Rudy Charles has exited the 6 sides of steel. The official is down on the arena floor because it's not about pinfalls or submission. Escape the cage to win. Williams shot up into the corner. Oh, Sabin boot caught him right in the face.
Just face washed him right there. I mean, absolutely raked it right across the face. Chris Sabin right now set him up for something. Oh, could he be doing that special hesitation drop kick? I love this thing if he can hit it.
Oh, here it comes with Petey Williams hooked in the corner.
Oh, he nails it dead on.
It's like he just hangs in midair.
And this is his chance.
Powers with both legs. And now Sabin gonna try and escape the cage. Petey Williams in trouble. Sabin headed down the backside of the cage. Here he comes. Drop down to the floor and win it.
Petey Williams right here trying to fire up to the top. Wait a minute.
Keep your eyes.
Wait a minute. Scott D'Amore stopping him. Come on. Scott D'Amore trying to keep him from it.
No.
And now Petey Williams working his way down.
D'Amore's got the legs of Sabin hooked while his man Petey Williams, and now both of them halfway down the cage. Sabin with chops. Petey face first into the cage. Drop down to the floor.
Oh, right in it, he lands. He lands on top of D'Amore. And Chris Sabin's able to hit the floor. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Chris Sabin.
How about that? The outsmarted Canadian Bacon himself.
Look at the look right there on D'Amore's face as he got in the way. That big load got his big butt right in the way. And Petey Williams landed on his shoulders. That kept him from hitting the floor.
Wow. Team USA Captain Sabin wins X Division escape to Jeremy Morash with James Mitchell and the Monster Abyss.
Thank you very much, John and Mike. James Mitchell, Abyss, after weeks of emotional torment, after weeks of invading his privacy, and after weeks of downright brutality. Some people say your 6'8" monster has awakened the monster within Christian.
He certainly has, and right on schedule. You know, Christian Cage, the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once wrote that when a man goes hunting monsters, he should be careful that in the process he does not become a monster himself. Because if you stare into the abyss for a long time, the abyss stares back into you. Does that ring any bells, Christian? It should, because this monster has turned you into an emotional biohazard. You are the greatest wrestler in the world. The fact that you hold the NWA World Heavyweight Championship proves it each time you walk out of the ring with the championship. But you're hardly a champion. Let me ask you something, Christian. Would a champion run off to Toronto to make movies instead of defending the belt? No, but you would, because that's how you roll, right? Would a champion leave his wife alone and vulnerable? No, but you would, because that's how you roll. Would a real champion allow himself to be humiliated in his own home? No, but you would, because that's how you roll. Well, there's going to be a changing of the guard tonight, Christian. Because the only man walking out of that ring with the NWA Championship belt in his hands is going to be this man, the Monster Abyss. And I can promise you this, Mr. That's How I Roll. The only thing rolling tonight in the 6 sides of steel will be your head, courtesy of the 6'8", 350-pound weapon of mass destruction, the Monster Abyss.
He is considered unstoppable.
It's all about the X Division and the Samoan submission machine and the monster out there right now.
Driving his fist into the open wound. He's fighting like he's right under the cut.
This is disgusting. This man has never been pinned. He's never submitted to anyone.
With me, it's never about who's next, but who's left.
Hardcore. He's a legend that will do whatever it takes.
This is absolute. God, that was freaking insane. Oh, man, he's cracking it through it. Holy cow.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal Sabu. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. 2 forces collide for the first time inside 6 sides of steel for the X Division Championship. 2 wrestlers, no limits. It's the X Division Championship like you've never seen before.
It's up next. It's the X Division Championship matchup. It's the challenger Sabu against the title holder, the champ Samoa Joe. Let's break it down with the X Factors. Here are the bullet points for the title matchup, and yes, it is the first of 2 championship bouts at tonight's Lockdown pay-per-view event, the X Division title at stake. We see the X Factors, and since debuting last June in TNA Slammiversary pay-per-view, Samoa Joe unbeaten, undefeated in one-on-one. Ever a case of 2 individuals that define the no limits catchphrase of the X Division? It has to be these 2 men. When Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee named the #1 contender, he picked an opponent that Samoa Joe has never faced one-on-one. It's time for the X Division Championship Showdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the X Division Championship contest. It is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first the challenger from Bombay, India, Sabu!
I've been waiting for this moment. Thinking about this matchup, we called it kind of a dream match in the pre-show. But who better than 2 guys that would sacrifice their bodies for anything? Two guys that were as unpredictable as any we've ever seen to meet up for it all on the line.
Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal. The challenger Sabu in the ring.
And his opponent is the X Division champion. He is the undefeated Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Oh, that look on his face, that cold-blooded stare tells the story. Think of the parallels between these two individuals. In essence, Sabu in the decade of the 1990s, certainly a trendsetter, certainly a wrestler who, Don, as you mentioned, not afraid to put his body on the line to show everyone what no limits means. Think of this decade, think of the 2000s, and think of how Samoa Joe has been a trailblazer in the X Division. I see some very interesting parallels between these two, and now, for the first time ever, they're gonna square off one-on-one, and the prestige of the X Division Championship at stake. Sabu brought the steel chair into the 6 sides, fired it right at Samoa Joe, but he was able to avoid it. And look at Sabu go right to the offensive, gonna apply the camel clutch. That's the patented move of his late uncle, the famous Sheik, and he's got it hooked on.
I'll tell you, you look at Sabu, and we've talked about it so many times. You can see the battle scars. You can see the wars he's been through. That's why seeing him out there with a broken arm doesn't even faze you, because you know it wouldn't matter to Sabu. This guy can play through pain. He wears those scars like badges of honor.
You're right, Don. Also, not only the steel chair that he brings to the ring, but you see his arm encased in the cast. I understand it was recently broken in a match in Mexico. Pin attempt, wow, barely a 1 count on Samoa Joe. You think a broken arm is going to stop Sabu from competing for the X Division title? Hardly.
This is a person that, you know, when you think about all the different matches that Joe has had, all the people that have tried to pin him, that have tried to make him submit, and then you look at a guy like Sabu, somebody who is so hard to prepare for. I mean, how do you plan to go into a match with somebody who's suicidal, homicidal, and genocidal? I mean, this man puts his body on the line every single day he gets up out of bed.
Think about this also at the same time. Samoa Joe, known for the muscle buster, known for the Kakina clutch, that rear naked choke that's gained him so many victories via submission. Will Sabu tap out? Will Sabu submit if Samoa Joe is able to get the Kakina clutch applied?
You know, the thing about making somebody submit is the pain is so searing. The pain is so bad that you can't take it anymore and you tap out. But you're looking at a man who lives with pain 24 hours a day. I don't know that you can make Sabu tap out. I don't know that he's ever tapped out.
The forehead of Sabu has been busted open. You see the blood pouring out of his head.
Well, we talk about how unforgiving that steel cage is, and that shows you right there. That was like hitting a cheese grater. Oh, it's busted.
Samoa Joe took it and just shot him face first right into the steel. The series of kicks now off the rope. Oh, drops the knee. 280 plus pounds behind that knee.
One thing though that Samoa Joe has, he just has that size, that power, and that will to win. I mean, he'll do anything for you to get the win. He has no compassion at all. And it doesn't matter to him that Sabu is a warrior. It doesn't matter to him that Sabu has done just about anything possible you can do in a ring. As far as Joe's concerned, he's just the next one on the list.
Chair positioned by Sabu. Now springs off of it and nails Samoa Joe in the corner.
What he's doing right now with that arm, he's just putting it, it's not mattering. He's just putting it aside. Oh, he brings the chair right down on the head there of Samoa Joe.
With the leg drop at the same time, and Samoa Joe going to try and roll out of the way to avoid any further pain or punishment. Sabu, check this out. Springs up. Oh! Caught him with the leg drop.
And you know what? It was almost like he changed directions in midair. He got up there and roped him like he was off kilter, and he just shot himself over. And it looked like it cost him a little bit because he caught right on his spine, but he was able to connect with that leg right down the face of Joe.
Almost as if he improvised right in mid-move to connect with that leg drop.
Oh, wait a minute, he's got the spike.
No, he got the spike in his hand. And Samoa Joe going to try and use his power and his strength here to fight it off. Sabu.
Oh, look how close
it is.
Oh, man.
Cross arm breaker applied.
Oh, look at the referee Slick Dodson trying to get it out of his hand, and he does.
He's successful.
Pretty bold on his part.
He's called the Samoan submission machine, and you see Sabu actually has the perfect counter to that cross arm breaker. The submission armbar applied.
How do you prepare for a person like Sabu? Out of nowhere comes the spike. I mean, Joe had to be looking up going, what on earth was this?
And how about Samoa Joe? The broken arm of Sabu. Of course, that's the arm that he's going to target to put the submission hold on.
I can't blame him for that. If a man's going to walk into the ring with a cast, that is a bullseye. That is a target. He's just pulling on it right there. And then stomping on his head.
You're right, rings out the arm.
Oh,
then he drives down. Oh, man. All of his pressure behind that.
Oh, you can see Sabu right now holding on to it. Samoa Joe will go right at, if he sees any kind of a weakness whatsoever, and I can't blame him after looking down at a spike about a millimeter from my eyeball, I'd go after that broken arm too at that point.
Check out the arm of Sabu, that close-up shot that we just had, as you saw the torque and the pressure being applied by Samoa Joe. The challenger back up to his feet, series of shots, and a drop kick took him down.
Sabu, just amazed to see how he can get back on his feet after things happen to him. And you see him right now going up top. Samoa Joe going up there with him.
The two men battling up on the top rope using the cage. Oh, and he just took that broken arm and drove it right into the steel.
Oh, all the way from the top. And he just smashes his head against the mat.
Wow, Samoan cutter off the top pin.
1, 2. Oh, just barely got the shoulder up.
Whoa.
Barely.
From the very outset of this lockdown pay-per-view, we've told you, Don, how yes, championships, bodies, careers on the line. And yes, this is an X Division title match, but I mean, just think of these two competitors. There's no way that they're going to be able to be the same after competing inside the 6 sides of steel. What a brutal matchup this has been.
No, the steel cage does. It changes you. You don't only get scarred physically. You get scarred emotionally. You get scarred on the inside. He's got the muscle buster. They're going to hit it. Oh, he nails it.
Muscle buster.
1, 2, 3.
Ray keeps the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still X Division champion, Samoa Joe!
No, he keeps the gold. He hit his patented move. He dropped him with the muscle buster, and yes, he pinned him. 1, 2, 3. He's still undefeated one-on-one, 10+ months. No one has pinned Samoa Joe. No one has forced him to submit.
I think that the pain in the arm, the broken arm, was just too much for Sabu to handle, and Samoa Joe exploited it. You could tell he exploited it. I mean, every chance he had, and again, once he was looking down at a spike, I don't blame him right there.
How about that shot at the cameraman by Sabu? As we see the replay look, caught him in the corner with the leg. You talked about the spike. Here it is on display. Look how close it came to the head and the face of Samoa Joe. Caught him with the muscle buster.
And here it was. It was just too much right there for Sabu. He just didn't have the strength. I give him credit for the heart that he had to get in there. Not enough, though, for the Samoan.
Samoa Joe remains X Division champ to JB with Team Canada.
Oh, Canada!
Yeah, keep racking, guys. Guys, if I can interrupt for a second here, just a minute. Team 3D earlier tonight, very, very strong words about you guys tonight.
Strong words? Like strong words like scary strong?
I'd call it
Are
strong.
They mad,
I think they're pretty mad. Yeah,
the words don't matter. Because Team 3D, the last time we met you boys in the cage, we left you beaten and laid out under the Canadian flag. And the only difference tonight is we're going to raise our flag nice and high and sing the Canadian national anthem.
I am so sick and tired, Jeremy Borash, of hearing the same old song and dance from Team 3D. We are Team 3D. We are the greatest tag team in the history of this sport. 7 14 World Tag Team Championships. Well, you know what, boys? You've never once held the most prestigious titles in the world, the NWA Tag Championships, the way these boys have multiple times. You're typical loudmouth American braggarts. And you know what bugs me the most about them, Jeremy Borash? Is just like the rest of America, they don't keep themselves fit and lean and trim like me and my Team Canada does. 3D, tonight it ends. And what you'll hear, in case you haven't got the words yet, is this sweet little melody right now. Let's go, guys. Oh, Canada.
All right, it all happens later on. Scott, look, we got to have a man-to-man here. You got to let me know what's going on with this big announcement that management's making tonight.
Man-to-man.
Man, yeah.
Big announcement?
Yeah.
I heard a little something.
What's going on?
I'm not telling you.
Come on, man.
You know what, Zbyszko? I tried telling you multiple times, and you wouldn't listen. So you know what? Maybe it's time that you take a fall. You've had no problems throwing every other person in front of the bus. So you know what? Your weaselly little rat eyes can look at those big headlights coming straight at you, and bam! Get run over just like you left everybody else to take the rap. It's your turn, Zbyszko. Let's go, guys. Oh, Canada.
Does this mean you're not going to help me out?
Team Canada, it's gonna take a lot more than the 5 of you to leave us dead and buried.
Check this out! They've got the Canadian flag and Team Canada!
You want to leave our country? There's your payback!
If you're gonna bury us underneath the red, white, and blue.
We bury 2 of your own under the maple leaf!
Don't ever put a Canadian flag over us again.
You want to take well-educated, articulate human beings and you want to put them in there with those type of insane madmen? I have no respect for you! And I have no respect for your country!
Oh, he smacked it right into him!
Team Canada, I guarantee you that in 6 sides of steel, you will not survive. Violence, blood, steel. I guarantee you that we capture our flag and we stand out there in that arena as the red, white, and blue raises to the rafters. We put our hands over our hearts, sing the national anthem, and vow that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. We are one tag team, under God, indestructible, with 6 sides of steel and tables for all. Oh, my brother, testify!
It's up next at Lockdown. It is Scott D'Amore's Team Canada to face all 3 members of Team 3D. Capture the flag and play the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, TNA Lockdown continues with the anthem match. The winner of this contest is determined when one team captures their opponent's flag. Introducing team number 1, accompanied by Coach D'Amore, representing Team Canada. They are A1, the Canadian enforcer Bobby Roode, and Showtime, Eric Young.
What's the deal with Larry Zbyszko from the championship committee, Don? Well, it's like a full court press. Every interview he's been sticking his nose in to find out about that major announcement. Yes, from the offices of TNA, from TNA management. We know that's yet to come tonight here at Lockdown.
Well, you know how it is. When you know something's going to happen and everybody's looking at you like you've done something, you got to find out. And he's going everywhere trying to find out the answer to what TNA management has later on today.
And their opponents, from New York City, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, and Brother Runt, they are Team 3D!
Looks like they're ready for war. Check out that face paint. Yes, all 3 members of Team 3D. And what an incredible reaction when Brother Runt returned to Team 3D. Just about tore the roof off the impact zone, Don, on a recent Impact broadcast.
Oh, it was. It was one of the loudest pops I've ever heard. But what I love so much about this matchup is that it is inside the steel cage, because how many times have we seen Team Canada come out there and foil Team 3D time and time again by blindsiding them or coming in, interfering in every chance that they can get. Well, this is the situation now where they're in the cage, and the way you win this match,
capture the flag.
Capture the flag, to climb that steel cage and get over there and capture it. You can see Showtime Eric Young up on this side, and you can see Brother Ron on the other side blocking the flag, because they're going to kind of take a defensive position.
I mean, if I can use a hockey analogy here, it's almost like they're goalies.
That's right.
They're protecting the respective flags in the corner, and the other four men going to do battle inside the 6 sides of steel. You see Brother Devon and the big muscle man, A1 from Team Canada, Bobby Roode, the Canadian enforcer, yeah, and Brother Ray as well on the opposite side.
This won't be about pins. This won't be about submission. This is a full-out war. This is a battle. This is about pride. This is about country. And you look right there, Team 3D, as they team up and just clothesline them both at the same time. No! And Showtime nails it.
Eric Young off the top, dropping Brother Ray. You're right. And then quickly heading back up to protect that flag. This baby's about respect. It's about pride. And it's about patriotism. Yeah, Brother Run hit that dual drop kick.
You saw it right there. Whatever you could do, I could do better. And you can see him going up, and Eric Young, so jumpy as he is, goes back up there to cover the flag.
The two men that are defending the corners and defending the flags of, yes, USA and Canada. Brother Devon takes Eric Young out off the top. And now it's Devon and A1 squaring off again.
You can see now it's just... Wait a minute, if you look right there, Brother Run is making his way across. That's something where his size might help. He's so quick. And he's one of those things that you might not notice. And they almost got over there to grab that flag, but Team Canada took him and then made him pay.
Right, face first, set him right in to the 6 sides of steel. Bobby Roode, Canadian enforcer.
There he goes.
Making his way up.
Oh, man, he just had to reach over and grab it. But Brother Ray gets in there just in time to stop him. You see him up there on top, both just one shot after the other. Oh, just feel the vibration that when Big Brother Ray nails him with those nice head chops.
Exchange up on the top. Brother Ray laying him in there. And a headbutt.
You're right, they got the face paint on. They're ready for war. Oh, man.
Check this out. Full Nelson!
Oh, man! That could break your tailbone right there. It looks like it might have. Look at the pain that Bobby Roode's in. His A1 now goes on top.
A1 going to try and take down that maple. He's trying to take down his Canadian flag. Yes, and have it positioned high above the ring and play the Canadian national anthem. But Brother Devon's got other thoughts in mind. Look out below.
Oh, man! All the way from the top rope. And wait a minute, there goes Showtime Eric Young. And here he comes, Brother Run. Look how quick he can scale up there.
Yeah, quickly. Brother Run up to the top and driving Eric Young, driving Showtime from Team Canada repeatedly. Face first right into the cage, and he crashes back down. Look out below.
Just had it right on top of him. He brings such an energy to the game. And you can see him now. This is his shot. He's he's just not quite big enough to get over the top there. That's where his size hurt him right there, Mike.
You're right. Bobby Roode driving in those series of right hands to the head, to the back of Brother Run. What did he do? Bobby Roode's got something, he had something wrapped around the neck of Brother Run.
Yeah, it looked like it was maybe some of the tape that he
probably what it was.
Oh man, nice knee right there to the gut. Like Bobby Roode, and then again, when you throw somebody into that cage, it's just a wall of steel, and there's just nothing. And you can see every time they hit it, oh, spine buster, he nails it.
Took him high up into the air, and yes, throw Brother Run right down to the canvas. Then Bobby Roode catches Brother Devon, and here comes Brother Ray from behind. Roode sent for the ride, Brother Ray up.
Here's a little teamwork right there from Devon and Ray, and they nail Bobby Roode.
Devon drove him down with that leg drop. Here comes A1, gonna wind up. and shoot a series of rights to the head of Brother Ray, who fights back with those knife-edge chops.
I mean, the strategy here has got to kind of be where you somehow get people preoccupied on one side, where one of the members where you can slide up there and get it with nobody to see it, but he's now basically got every member kind of concentrating on each other, and nobody right now here able to scale up the cage to pull the flag down.
Well, you're right, all 6 men battling. Inside the 6 sides of steel, the 3 members of Team 3D and the 3 Canadians. Brother Ray shoots Rude off. No, oh man, fired him back off into the corner. Referee down.
Oh, he just did. He absolutely hit him, and the referee went into that cage. And, oh, there's the 3D right there on top of Bobby Roode.
Swinging this with the clothesline by A1. Check this double team flapjack out.
Absolutely teamwork at its best right there by Team 3D, and a scoop and a slam right there by Brother Ray. And now they got him wiped out. This is their chance. All he's got to do is get up there and pull that flag down.
Brother Devon to the top rope.
Wait a minute. He can't resist this shot right there on Eric Young. Look at this angle. He's going at it. Oh, he hits it perfectly.
Caught him with that headbutt off the top as the other 2 members of Team 3D making a wish, putting the legs of Eric Young, and there goes Brother Ray.
It looks like he's got it right there. He's holding it up, waving it, the crowd going crazy.
Capture the flag. But wait a minute, where's
the referee? The referee is down.
Referee? Referee is...
The referee hasn't called it yet. The referee's down. They're pointing it up and they're holding it flag.
Wait a minute. Keep your eyes on D'Amore. D'Amore's picked up a steel chair. Brother Run trying to fight off. Wait a minute, they've already won this, but you're right, the referee's not there.
The referee's been knocked out. Nobody's counted it right here, and it's just now become a war. Somebody's got to get that referee woke up here.
Run for the acid drop. Uh-oh. Canadian reversal. God, they just drove him back first into the cage. And power bomb by Ray.
Wait a minute, look at this. You can see Eric Young going right there.
No way.
He's going to put it back.
Going to put it back into place.
The referee.
Climbing to the top of the cage and putting, yes, the red, white, and blue, putting the stars and stripes back in the holder. There you see the referee's knocked out.
Oh, what bad timing, what bad luck for Team.
Look at D'Amore. He just knocked out the gatekeeper, and now he's opening up the padlock.
What's he going to do right here? Oh, this is wrong. He's reaching underneath the ring.
Yeah, underneath the apron of the ring. Bring it out. Is that a table he's got?
He's got a table. Oh, this is a situation where Team 3D thought it was all over. They thought they had to win.
Oh, there you see it. That's what it was. It was a steel chair shot. He knocked out the security. He knocked out the gatekeeper with the steel chair. Great replay. Look, guys.
That was a great shot because we couldn't see it where we were at.
Now, Canadians with the double team on Brother Rudd. Going to place him on the table, and Eric Young is up on top.
Oh, it's like a lamb to a slaughter right here as they've got him situated. Here he goes. Oh, but he hits and he misses. Brother Rudd able to get off the table just in time.
Eric Young went, right through the wood. Low blow for A1.
Could he do the acid drop right here? He got him. He hits A1 with the acid drop. Maybe they can turn the tides, but you can see Bobby Roode going right at him.
Grunt shot off into the corner. Roode charges in and goes face first into the cage.
Oh, look at this. Brother Devon set up. He goes right into him, and here they go. Teamwork 3D. And there he goes up again. The referee standing. He's got the flag. And this time it's official.
Referee sees it.
Team 3D.
Justice at lockdown. Team 3D, Brother Rudd, Brother Ray, Brother Devon capture the flag. And now the Canadians, oh yeah, they're going to have to hear it. The national anthem of the United States of America to be played.
Oh, it was absolutely perfect, and I was so worried that with the referee out, that somehow again, Team Canada was going to find a way. A sly, sneaky way to get the victory, but it all worked out. It backfired on Team Canada.
Let's all stand and enjoy it. They're playing the anthem for Team 3D. Let's hear from Brother Ray.
At this time, I would like all of my brothers and sisters to stand on their feet and pay respect to the red, white, and blue and the national anthem of the United States of America.
There's a bonus shot for DeMore.
And look at this, perfect, as they hit the 3D on Scott DeMore. Oh, I love it. He got what he deserved as he tried to sneak that table in when he knocked the gatekeeper out with a chair. But it backfired, and now he's the one laying on the mat.
It boiled down, yes, to respect, pride, and patriotism. And how appropriate. Standing tall, representing the United States of America, the three members of Team 3D. Canadians laid out. Who gets the final word? Who gets the anthem played and their hands raised? Team 3D. And welcome back, everyone, to this Lockdown pay-per-view event. We are back at ringside. Mike and Don thanking you for joining us and being a part of Lockdown. On deck, yes, Sacrifice coming in the month of May, but Don yet to come here at Lockdown. Listen to this. We not only have the two big matchups, those two double main event matchups, but also that big announcement that we've been waiting for from the offices of TNA management. But let's talk about the NWA World Heavyweight Title.
Oh, it has become personal, and it just got so violent the way that James Mitchell and the Monster Abyss took it to Christian, took it to his home, stalked his wife, tried to drown him in his own swimming pool. And then, when you realize that Christian is going to be able to get that chance to get revenge on Abyss, that's coming up, and that's going to be unbelievable.
I love the backdrop. You can hear this crowd in the Impact Zone. They're standing as one. They're singing and respecting Team 3D. You gotta love it, DW.
Oh, absolutely, man. The honor that they're showing, not only Team 3D, but this country, as they're just letting Team Canada feel it. And how does that gotta feel for Team Canada, who's been so, they try to cram their anthem down our throats so many times, and now they're having it to take it right back at them. Listen to this crowd.
Let's just lay out and enjoy it for a second. The chants of USA, yes, serenading the post-match celebration for the victors, all three members of Team 3D. We talked about what's yet to come, that major announcement. You were just talking about the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship Showdown. Christian Cage and the Monster Abyss plus Lethal Lockdown. You ready for Lethal Lockdown? That's going to be Jeff Jarrett's Army. AMW, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, yes, to face Sting's Warriors.
What's going on right here, Mike?
Beats me. Going on here? I thought we had an on camera, and all of a sudden it's been busted.
I have no idea whose music this is. Oh! Oh!
What?
Oh!
Is that who I think it is?
You better believe it is.
I wonder what she's doing here. That's Christy Hemme.
Let me tell you something. I've got the April 2005 edition of Playboy. I can promise you, that's Christy Hemme. Wow!
Well, you're not kidding.
What's she got in her hands?
What a shocker here at Lockdown. Christy Hemme's got an envelope.
I don't care what she's got. It's all good. You can see right there, Christy Hemme. Wow. What we got here, Mike?
Guys in the truck, David Sahadi, Keith Mitchell, is there any way that you can open up my microphone at this time? I've got this major announcement from the corporate office, the official announcement from the corporate office of TNA, and I want everybody to hear this. TNA management is currently undergoing a total restructuring of its corporate makeup that will include a review of all office personnel. From this point forward, everyone will be held accountable for his or her actions. To ensure that this process is executed in full, negotiations have just concluded with a high-profile individual who will soon become the public face of TNA management. And this individual's first official order of business is as follows. Number one, Mr. Larry Zbyszko of the Championship Committee, due to questionable activities over the past several months. Larry Zbyszko, you've just been placed on probation.
Yes! Think about all the shady things that he's done. Think about all the
Probation!
Where is it?
Probation!
You read it right there!
Give me the mic! Hey, Professor!
Larry Zbyszko from the Championship Committee.
What nitwit put me on probation?
What do you mean, what
Here
nitwit?
I am, listening in the background. What about former broadcast buddy out here stabbing me in the back?
What do you mean I'm stabbing you in the back?
Very convenient of you to forget how I tutored you through international markets, through the pro show, through the worldwide show.
That's old news. That's old news.
What's the new news?
It's 2006, Zbyszko.
Who
and this
signed
is coming.
that nonsense?
Did you do anything wrong?
Who signed it?
It comes from the corporate office of TNA.
I am the corporate office.
You're the Championship Committee. Did you do anything wrong, Larry?
I can't do anything wrong. I'm the boss.
You know what? Then I guess you don't have anything to worry about, do you?
Who signed that?
I tell you what. Do you mind if I continue? Because I've got number two. Number one, you're on probation. Listen to this. Number two. Furthermore, one of Mr. Zbyszko's recent actions has been overturned. Effective immediately. Reinstated to the TNA roster is... You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Raven's back in TNA.
That was one of those shady decisions that he made. There he is. Raven.
What idiot sign is stupid.
And here he is.
And here he is. And you know, I've always said, what Larry Zbyszko did with Raven was so wrong. It was personal. He made sure he got him out of TNA. But somebody had stepped up and made the right call, and they have reinstated this man.
Oh,
you don't belong here.
It's been months since we've seen Raven.
Get out of here. You're a stink.
Zbyszko circling the 6 sides of steel, and yes, Raven's got him in his sights.
Oh, you can look, I didn't realize Larry Zbyszko could run that fast. And there he is. Look at this. He's getting himself all. What? He's locking himself inside the steel cage to avoid the wrath of Raven.
Security! Security! Get this maniac out of here!
Raven's back.
Zbyszko calling for security to separate these two. He said, get this madman, get this maniac out of here.
There's a wall of security to keep Raven out of there.
He's got the security of the cage as well as security to JB with the NWA champ.
Well, what a night of shockers thus far here tonight at Lockdown, and my guest at this time about to embark on one of the most personal battles of your career. Christian Cage, you are about to defend that World Heavyweight title tonight against the 6'8" monster, Abyss. Your thoughts, please. Well, perhaps actions will speak louder than words tonight for the World Heavyweight Champion.
Christian Cage, you're a thief. You leapfrogged over Abyss for a world title shot and stole his opportunity, and now you're wearing a belt that belongs around his waist. So the way I see it, you've got two options. You either agree to give him a world title shot, or click doomsday.
And they're laying him in there. Somebody stop this beating.
This is sick. Look at his back.
Christian Cage, you know that Abyss is a master of pain, unspeakable torture, and humiliation. So since you won't come to us, we'll come to you. We know where you live, where you go, who you love.
I got the phone call that my wife was being stalked.
Maybe she's going to get into the shower.
She's not a part of the TNA roster. It's obviously going over the line.
No need to call the cops. Just be sure you tell your husband. We'll see him soon.
The emotion, the feelings that I have about that and how personal that made this match at Lockdown.
You need to understand, it will only get worse from here if we do not get what Abyss wants.
This is what it looks like.
What is it then? What is it then?
That's not what it looks like.
Surprise! It will only get worse from here.
I had my head dunked under the water. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
It's 6 sides of unforgiving steel at Lockdown. Are you prepared to die?
That's enough, Abyss. You can't win the belt from a dead man.
Because I am. Click, 2, 3.
He's got the tire iron.
You see, Abyss, when I chased you with that tire iron, I saw it in your eyes, man. I saw in your eyes that you're the one that's scared. You're scared of the fact that the NWA World Heavyweight Champion isn't scared of you.
I guarantee you, at Lockdown, the monster Abyss is going to walk out of the 6 sides of steel with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship belt firmly in his grasp.
And it is time for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship matchup. The title holder Christian Cage to defend against the Monster Abyss. And this is the second of 2 championship matchups at Lockdown. The showdown for the NWA title. Let's look at the raw numbers. Let's check out the tail of the tape between these 2 competitors. You look at those numbers and you see the substantial size advantage for the challenger. 6 inches in height, over 100 pounds in weight. However, keep in mind, Christian has that big match, that high-profile bout experience edge when it comes to these 2. Let's talk about stalking Christian's wife. Let's talk about drowning him in his own pool. James Mitchell and his monster, they've reached an all-time low. First opportunity for payback and revenge. It's tonight. What better battleground than the 6 sides of steel? We've heard it on Impact. It was driven home again tonight. James Mitchell guarantees that his Monster Abyss is leading Lockdown with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your first of 2 main events of the evening. Scheduled for one fall and is for the NWA Heavyweight Championship of the world. And here comes the challenger. You saw it in the tail of the tape, Don. Substantial size advantage for this monster, the challenger. And it looks like he's, bringing some weapons with him as well. He's got the familiar steel chain, and I'm guessing that that bag includes those thousands of thumbtacks.
It's just so diabolical what James Mitchell has done with the Monster Abyss. And one thing about James Mitchell, he is the only person I've ever seen that can keep this monster focused on his goal. And that goal is the gold. The gold of the most prestigious championship in the world, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Doomsday!
And you can see that he will stop at nothing, because one thing we know about Abyss, pain feeds him.
Plenty of words from James Mitchell, but not one was uttered by the NWA World Heavyweight Champion in the pre-match interview. I think it's really, putting it mildly, to say how focused that Christian Cage is. You mentioned the focus of the challenger, the Monster Abyss, and with Mitchell in his head, he's an unstoppable force.
It is. It's almost like the 2 are connected, especially there through the mind, and you can see right there James Mitchell getting him prepared, getting him focused, the game plan that they've had. Let's see if they can put it in place right here.
And here's the entrance of the defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Christian Cage. He had no words for Jeremy Borash backstage. It's going to be his actions, and here we go. You see that it was Abyss leaving the 6 sides of steel to confront Christian Cage, and Christian's ready for him, and he's on the attack.
You know, I was wondering where he was. He didn't come out of the tunnel, and I was looking and looking and looking. The Monster Abyss wanted to meet him up there at the top of the ramp, and then out of nowhere, Christian Cage comes in, tackles the Monster Abyss, and you mentioned how he was so silent when JB tried to talk to him. That's because he's got one thing, and that's focus on beating this monster down tonight.
You know, we often talk about how Abyss has tunnel vision. No question that Christian Cage certainly has the tunnel vision when it comes to Abyss, and he's got a steel chair, and he just took a wild swing.
Oh, this is something I think has been on Christian Cage's mind from the day he realized he didn't drown in that pool, what he can do to this monster. But sometimes you can have the will, you can have the desire, but you just don't have it in you. And when you're facing someone of that size and strength, it's not a disgrace to lose. And Christian Cage, that's why he has told himself that it's not necessarily about winning and losing. He's willing to die inside that cage.
Oh, man! Christian Cage goes airborne, springing off the steel steps, but he caught nothing but steel when he crashed in the guardrail. You saw that camera shot of the back of Christian Cage, and that happened on just after Abyss had him pressed up against the 6 sides of steel.
Oh, it is so true. It's just the way that the mesh is of the steel cage, and it does. It prints upon you forever. And it doesn't look like he's been whipped.
Well, the 6 sides of steel unable to contain these two because they never got inside the cage. The battle now up into the crowd here at the Impact Zone at Lockdown, and Abyss getting the better of it.
Well, you saw how Abyss was willing to meet Christian Cage up at the ramp. Christian Cage, I think, suspected something like that, hit him blindsided, and you know what? These two aren't even thinking about the cage right now. The hatred that they feel for each other is just the sight of each other makes them go after.
Oh, look at this! That's at the top of the arena, at the top of the bleacher seats, and he was trying to take Christian and throw him over the top down to the floor, and Christian Cage fights back.
Just barely gets himself back in right there, and somehow he's able to get the momentum, and when you got the high ground like that, so much of an advantage for Christian Cage, and he's able to use it and use that weight of Abyss against him.
Right, at the same time you mentioned it, he's got the advantage because he's above him and coming down the steps, he's able to take it to Abyss, and he just threw him, wow, head first, face first, right into the wall.
Oh, this is a war, this is a battle, this is something that was just culminating, and whatever he thought, oh, look at there, and you saw Abyss was able to tie that, and just sent Christian Cage right over the top of the rail onto the mat.
What a thud that the champ landed with. He was elevated high into the air by the Monster Abyss, and Christian just crashed down on the floor.
The power of this beast is just unprecedented here. I mean, he just towers over people. He's so athletic for a guy of that size. I think that's what confuses so many people. When you look at him, you just don't realize how agile this monster really is. Oh!
God. Right into the steel steps goes the champ. Stalking him as the challenger as the Monster Abyss just closes the gap in the double sledge to the back.
They somehow are going to have to get this match inside the cage. It's not even really officially going to start till they get in the cage, but don't tell that to these two. It's already started. It started a month ago.
Referee Andrew Thomas, you're right. Somehow, some way, he's got to get them back inside that cage. Mitchell just loves this. You see Mitchell watching and circling with every move. Oh no, look out, Christian, look out!
Oh, he avoids it. Just barely avoids it.
Swung that gate right at him. Oh! One way to fight back, using the door, the gate from the steel cage repeatedly.
One shot right after another right there. And oh, you can see, you know he wants to get his hands on that man so bad, but don't be thinking too much about him. Oh, he went right into it. The Monster Abyss just leveled him with the door.
And he never saw it coming either.
That's what you got to do. You got to stay focused on the plan at hand. You can't let Jim Mitchell get in your head, and he did right there.
So easy for us to say, Don, sitting out here at the comfort of the broadcast table, when you have someone like Mitchell getting under your skin, provoking you, you turn your attention away from the task at hand for one split second, and you end up with a steel cage gate door right in your face.
Oh, and that was a huge momentum swing right there for the Monster Abyss. After Christian Cage had just railed him with that door 5 or 6 times. Keep in mind, you mentioned it earlier, that bag right there you see down there at the feet of the Abyss is filled with thousands and thousands of tacks, and it's still inside the cage.
You're right, Don. Complexion of this matchup, it's turned a full 180, and it's in favor of the challenger, the Monster Abyss. Mitchell looks on intently from ringside as Abyss follows up into the corner, and take him by the head and by the hair and drive him face first into the top turnbuckle.
Oh man, this cage is tailor-made for that monster. Because your speed doesn't always help you because you can't get out. And if he corners you and he locks you in, all the damage that he can do.
Impactful move in the corner. The Monster Abyss charges in, caught him with the train wreck, just squashed him right against the turnbuckle. Gonna take him up by the head. Gonna try and inflict more pain and punishment to try and wear him down on the way to the NWA World Heavyweight Title. That's the hope for Abyss and Mitchell. Cage shot off into the ropes. Gonna try and fight back here with a series of rights.
Oh, he's able to do it too. And you just gotta have no quit in you. You can't hesitate for a moment. Oh, look at the strength. Oh, right into the unforgiving steel, and he just hits it like a wall and shoots back.
God, he press slammed him high overhead, and the 6'8" Abyss then took the champ and threw him headfirst right into the side of the cage.
I'll tell you what I do like.
Pin, 2, no. Christian kicks out.
It didn't even look like Abyss was really trying to pin him there. I think he was trying to send a message. His game plan is so methodical. He wants to just beat Christian Cage to a pulp. He wants to humiliate him, embarrass him. And when you think he's done, he's going to try to hurt him some more. And Christian Cage has got to be prepared for that.
You can call it methodical. You can also call it effective. The float over. Christian going to try and hit him here with the unprettier.
Just not enough strength right now. Oh,
I don't think he had Abyss sufficiently worn down to hit him with his finishing move. Pin attempt, lateral covered, another 2 count.
Sometimes you just got to go for that home run shot, though. Sometimes you just have to take a swing at it. And I think that's what he did. Just, even if he didn't hit it cleanly, just something to stop this rush that Abyss has on him right now.
Crowd here in the impact zone, trying to cheer on the champ, trying to get Christian Cage back up to his feet, see if he can mount some kind of an offensive. Big right hand, right into the midsection. Abyss, oh man, what a counter. He just overpowered him. Think back to the tail of the tape, the size, the weight advantage, and it was really used by the challenger Abyss.
And let me tell you something too. You hit that cage repeatedly like that, and it will wear on you. You can only bang your head against the wall so many times. And if Abyss keeps using that strategy and keeps slamming Christian into that, I'm telling you, Christian Cage is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Think about those repeated shots. They certainly weaken you, and they wear you down just like this. In a match here at Lockdown for the NWA World Heavyweight Title, but they also have an impact on your career going forward.
Yes, you're so right. Look at that. He's just pressing the face there against the cage. And you know what happened there? I think Christian thought he was, you forget sometimes it's there, and he tried to escape out of it, but there's nowhere to go. And that big boot pressing that flesh. Oh, and where's he going to go there? He's stuck.
He really is in no man's land. There's just not that much room. What would you say, Don? There's just a couple of inches there on the ring apron between the ring ropes and the side of the cage. And the monster
There's a great view of it.
Squashed him.
There's a great view of it right there by the camera. Maybe, 6 inches?
Probably 6-8 inches, I would say. Up to his shoulders. Got him up in the torture rack. If he drops down, he hits that shock treatment. It could be all over. But no, Christian avoids it. Well, I don't think he can. Can he suplex Abyss?
He tried, but he doesn't have the strength right now. He's got to somehow get separated from Abyss, and it's going to be hard to do inside that cage. And to get him some sort of a rest, we can get his streak back up, but every time he does something, Abyss just seems to foil it.
Elbows, rights, and lefts momentarily wears him up.
Oh, man.
Took him high up into the air and then just drove him right into the side of the steel cage.
We talk about taking a game plan to perfection. That's what the Monster Abyss is doing right now. He's just having his way with Christian Cage. Anything he wants to do, he's able to do.
Even before the opening bell, Don, during the ring introduction, Abyss took it to the champ, and he's been in total control of the match. And again, he takes him and he just flings him. He just throws him right into the cage. The 230-pounder that he just tossed right into the steel.
I believe that Christian Cage's emotions have been what's been guiding him here up to this point, and as powerful as that may be, sometimes it's just not enough. It's just not enough, and you see that big boot of the Monster just grinding on him and then throwing him into the fence here and throwing him in there. It's just, you have the desire, you have the will, you just don't have the strength.
Yes, beyond personal, that's what we've talked about in this matchup, and what you may be really onto something when you talked about Christian Cage just being so focused on gaining that payback and gaining that revenge, and in the process, boy, the Monster Abyss, he has taken it to the champ before the opening bell and to the conclusion of this matchup, and we see right there that he was motioning that he should be wearing the gold on the verge of winning the title, but here comes Christian Cage fighting back.
I saw a look right there in Christian Cage's eyes that we haven't seen since they've been inside the cage there, and I hope that's a sign of things to come. He just tells Abyss that he's #1 of some sort there, if you know what I mean. Oh, he nails him, and maybe this is what he needs. He's just gonna have to reach down, Mike. Reach down and somehow fight through the pain.
Dropped him with the discus forearm. Gonna follow up and fire him out of the corner, but Abyss, no. One reversal, oh, put on the brakes. Almost contact made with referee Andrew Thomas. He pulled him right out of the way.
Well, that's the kind of a champion he is.
Oh, God!
Man, he couldn't do it twice.
He just about took his head off.
Oh, he nailed referee Andrew Thomas and literally took his head off.
God. Went for the clothesline and drilled the referee. Wait a minute, James Mitchell just picked up the championship belt off of the broadcast table. Christian is going to try and go up and try and mount some kind of an offensive from the ropes, but Abyss cuts him off.
Oh, and he's holding on for dear life right there. And again, while the referee's down, we saw Jim Mitchell came right up into the broadcast table. Oh, he hits him with the DDT, nails it from the top up there.
Tornado DDT off the top. Drives Abyss, head first to the mat, gonna go for the cover, there's no referee. Andrew Thomas is knocked out.
Andrew Thomas is knocked out right there. We do have a referee outside.
Well, you're right, we got senior official. Rudy Charles is the gatekeeper out here at ringside. Wait, Mitchell just tossed the belt in. You know, there's a hole in the side of the cage for the cameraman, and Mitchell just tossed the championship belt and this cane inside the cage.
Christian trying to revive referee.
He has no idea that Abyss has got the belt.
Oh, he's going to set him up. He's got, oh, he hits it. He hits the unprettier. Could it be right here? The referee, is he going to get up in time? There he is.
Revive him. Pull him over and count. 1, 2.
No, he gets out of it just in time.
Wow. That was close. The champ almost retaining. Referee revived Andrew Thomas with the count, but amazingly, Abyss kicks out of the unprettier.
Not something that you do, and you know what, it took a little too long to get referee Andrew Thomas up there for the counter. I think Christian Cage will retain the belt.
No!
What's he gonna do up here? What is he gonna do?
He stopped and looked at him from the top rope, but now he's scaling.
No way!
Top of the count!
No way! Frog splash from the top! Wow!
Frog splash off the top of the cage, my God!
That was freaking insane!
Pin him!
It's over!
Pin him!
1, 2, what? No way!
What just happened there? He kicked out?
No way!
We gotta take another look at this. Guys in the truck, show it to us!
Look how high up he hit it from! Whoa. kick out of that.
He's not a man. He is a monster. He kicked out before the 3 count, and he's still alive.
Yeah, he doesn't have sense enough to know he was pinned. Oh, what does that do to the mindset of Christian Cage? I mean, how do you hit him with anything better than that?
Right, what more can you do? Gonna try it again on prettier attempt now. Shock treatment. Took him up on the torture rack and drove him down with the shock treatment.
Oh, man, the Monster Abyss, that might be what he needed. Able to somehow kick out of the frog splash. And again, it's like I said, mentally, Christian Cage is thinking, I've hit him with the best shot a man can hit him. I hit him from 30 feet up, and he's got the tag.
He's got that bag. We expect that there's the thousands of thumbtacks inside that bag. Boy, the complexion of this match has really swung back and forth in the past couple of minutes. And now, yes, Monster in charge.
Oh, man. Look at this.
God.
Look at the numbers. They just laid them out there. Thousands of them.
And he's putting him into place with his hands so that more of the thumbtacks have that pointed edge sticking up.
Oh, man, this is just brutal. Oh, Christian Cage able to use that. Cage! That was defensive that was brought in, and he's smacking it. He breaks it right over the Monster Abyss.
Just smashed him with the cane and broke the cane with those repeated shots. Christian now, he's got to take advantage of this situation. He's got to make, I don't know if he's going to use the thumbtacks or not.
But he's going to go for another frog splash? He's going to try to go up there for another one? Is this guy insane?
And again, Don, think of this, the longer that this match goes, the more difficult. Look out!
Oh, right into the cage, and that drops him down.
He threw the referee. He took Andrew Thomas up, and just as Christian was up at the top of the cage, he threw the referee against the side of the cage, and that caused Christian to drop down.
Oh, he's in a bad spot right there, as he's going to have to get back in the cage. And the Monster Abyss is going up there to greet him, and it's not going to be with a hello, I can tell you that. Oh, look at the strikes he's throwing, and he's trying to get back in. His cage fights back. Oh, no.
No, from the top of the cage, he's got him throttled. He's got him goozled, and Christian tries to fight off. Look out! Went for the sunset flip, but that's three.
No, he nails him! He nails him right into the back! The champion able to turn it around! Look at those tags sticking out the side of his back there! Let's show the...
Now the champ's in charge! Now the champion's in control! Pin him! Pin him and keep the title! Cover! Oh, the referee's out.
Oh, the referee, that's right! He threw him up against the fence and he's going, wait a minute!
Rudy Charles is going to get in there.
What? Slick Johnson comes in! 2! Oh, he kicks out!
Just 2! Well, referee Slick Johnson just ran right by senior official Rudy Charles. Talk about taking charge.
Well, you are kidding. He just took control of the situation. But at least we had a referee ready to get in there. Oh, look at that sight! The blood coming out of the arms. The tags in the back. Oh, this is a chance right now for Christian Cage to put him away, Mike.
Championship belt being shown to the crowd here at Lockdown. Waiting, measuring, Abyss, till he gets to his feet. Look at all those puncture wounds and the blood pouring out.
Oh! Black hole slam! 1, 2! Oh, he kicked out of it! He kicked out of it! Only 2! Wow!
We've said this before. We said it with that frog splash off the top. What do you have to do to get a 3 count? Black hole slam, it usually equals 1, 2, 3, but only a 2 count.
How he was able to kick out of that is beyond me. What an incredible
What's he got?
Another bag attack. You've got to be kidding. He reached underneath and pulled it out.
And Mitchell, again through that, the hole that's positioned there for the camera shot, has tossed in another bag of tacks.
Oh, no. How much more can Christian Cage take?
Shot.
And look at he's still got tacks stuck in his arms.
You think he knows that? Fighting through that pain.
That just shows you how sick this monster is, and he's gonna, oh man. This has just become a floor of tacks now.
And again, positioning those thumbtacks to take the champ, Christian Cage, and put him into him. He says, I'm going to drive you to the tacks, and I'm going to win the championship belt. Choke slam on the way. Takes him up.
Oh, wait a minute, he's countered over.
Unprettier.
Can he hit it? Can he hit it? Right over the tack, and he nails him. Right in the face. Right in the face. Right in the face.
Face first into the thumbtacks cover.
1, 2, he's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is still NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Christian Cage.
Man, look at that. That's a champion, Professor. That's a champion right there.
Post-match celebration. The NWA World Heavyweight Champ retains the gold at Lockdown, and everyone so appreciative. Standing ovation for Christian Cage. Here's another look.
Look at this, right in him. Face first, ouch.
Can you imagine going in through the holes in the mask, the thumbtacks in your eyes?
Unbelievable. That is a memory you will take away from Lockdown from this day forth. And we're not even done. Oh, look at the monster. Oh, he got his revenge. It's gotta feel sweet.
It is revenge. It's payback. It's redemption for these incredibly personal issues between the Monster Abyss and James Mitchell and, yes, Christian Cage.
Has one in the cage. Wow, what a moment.
What a great matchup that was. You're right, now we've still got Lethal Lockdown to come. We've still got Jeff Jarrett's Army against Sting's Warriors. The crowd here showing their respect for the champ as we take a close-up look at the challenger. He went down in defeat, but it was a gutsy performance by Abyss in the loss.
Oh man, he set up the tax and they ended up costing him not once but twice. But you think, wait a minute, Christian Cage is walking back.
I don't know what this is about. Headed back inside the cage. It was almost as if when he started walking up the ramp that a light bulb went off in his head.
Oh, now he wants Mitchell. That's what he wants. He's already vanquished Abyss. He wants Mitchell.
I think of all the hell that Mitchell put Christian Cage's family through. Oh no, Abyss low blow from behind.
He got too greedy, Mike. He got too greedy.
But now look out for that chain. I mean, you can't blame it. Think of everything that he did when he invaded his privacy.
Oh no, somebody stop this. Not after everything that's happened. Oh, he's wrapping up around like a boxing glove, and oh, he crashes him
right in the top of the head. He hit him with the steel chain.
Oh, this is just wrong.
He just laid out the champ with the steel chain. Well, the post-match celebration here, boy, it's come to a screeching halt.
Oh, the crowd is silent right now.
You're right, the crowd is just hushed.
They're stunned.
They can't believe what's gone down here. It went from the total upside of Christian Cage retaining the championship.
Oh, busted open.
God, look at the blood.
Oh, that's just. He is still the champ. That's not going to change, but this is now. He went back for more to get Mitchell, and look at this, and he's slinked him outside.
He just flung him out onto the floor. Gonna pick up the steel chain as well. Come on, we need some help out here to separate.
Somebody get out here and stop this.
Now what's going on here? Mitchell and the Monster Abyss, they've got that chain put into place.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad. No way, they're choking him with it. They're hanging him with it.
He hit him in the head with that steel chain first, and now he's got it wrapped around his neck. He tried to drown him in his own pool, and now he's trying to choke the life out of him with a steel chain wrapped around his neck.
That shows you just how sick and sadistic Mitchell is and Abyss is. Somebody get out here. Oh, they're hanging him right there. This is just so wrong.
That's 350 pounds of Abyss that's pulling back, that's yanking on that steel chain while it's wrapped around his neck.
Oh, you can see right there the blood coming out of his head as he's pulling from the chain.
Oh, you're right. Oh, God, somebody, we need some help out here.
We've got to get security out here. Here they come.
You've got the prize. What did Mitchell just say? He just said you've got the prize.
You Abyss. He's giving him the belt.
Wait a minute. No. Christian Cage retained the NWA World Heavyweight Title. You remember what Mitchell said? Remember Mitchell's promise and his guarantee?
That he'd walk out of here with the belt.
And he's got it.
He's not the champion, but he's got the belt.
You're right, he's not the champ, but Mitchell and Abyss just paid off that promise. To the back, JB with Rhino, Rude, and AJ Styles. Get security out here.
We are just moments away from one of the most dangerous matchups in the history of total non-stop action wrestling. We are just moments away from the Lethal Lockdown.
People over there, what's up? If you feel me, stand up. You know what's up? War, that's what's up.
AJ Styles.
Sting, an icon in this business who could have wrestled anywhere that he wanted, and he chose TNA. Now, as far as Lethal Lockdown is considered, he could have picked any team that he wanted, and he chose this one. So with that being said, we're not about to let you down.
I know.
They don't call me the War Machine for nothing. And 6 sides of steel when the ceiling lowers and locks us in like a bunch of animals. No one's gonna feel more at home than I will. Jarrett, you and your little bitches, we will make you feel pain. We will make you feel pain. We will beat you to an inch of your life, and we will make you bleed. And I promise you, tonight, I will take someone out with a gore. Gore!
Woo! It's showtime, folks! It's Lethal Lockdown up next.
I came and it was exactly what I said it was. It was my final resolution. It was, to me, the perfect night. Didn't want anything to taint it, but something did taint it.
Turn that thing off. Turn it off!
My wife, my 3 kids, 6-year-old daughter. That's why I came back.
You stepped over the line, Jeff.
A barbaric reckoning is set to unfold.
Bitterness is a silent killer that slowly kills people. And I knew the only way to get rid of that bitterness was to come back and get my hands on Jeff Jarrett's little throat.
Wait a minute! Look at this!
It's Steve Martin and he's back!
Wait a minute!
Big Papa Pump is in TNA!
Oh, no!
I got one up that night.
Lethal Lockdown, a new pinnacle in violence.
I asked for 6 sides of steel and then to be locked in. At Lockdown. Lethal Lockdown, where the ceiling lowers and weapons are hung from the cage. There's no place for you to hide, Jeff.
It is daunting, unforgiving, and inflicts pain on all who enter.
You're looking at the 4 men that are ready to go to battle at Lethal Lockdown. The mind games are over.
The mind games are not over.
We all have had enough. You want a war? Well, you're gonna get one.
Jeff Jarrett, you got your team, and it's quite obvious I got mine.
8 men completely enclosed in 6 sides of steel with weapons.
It's Jarrett's Army, Jeff Jarrett, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, America's Most Wanted, against Sting's Warriors, Sting, Ron the Truth Killing, the War Machine Rhino, and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
This is on Sting's hands.
Stop him! Oh!
I'm gonna grab your heart and rip it right out of your chest. You guys know why I came back to wrestling,
My wife, my 3 kids, 6-year-old daughter.
Because I love wrestling. You stepped over the line, Jeff. And I love TNA
In order for TNA to succeed, the cancer that is growing here needs to be cut away.
Showtime, folks!
It's time to go to war at Lockdown. It's Lethal Lockdown, because up next, it's Jeff Jarrett's Army to face Sting's Warriors.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Lethal Lockdown match. Your referee is Earl Hebner. In this match, there will be 2 teams with 4 members each. One competitor from each team will compete for an initial period of 5 minutes. Per the coin flip earlier tonight, the first 5-minute period after, the rest of the competitors will enter at 2-minute intervals. Only when all 8 men are in the 6 sides of steel and the roof of the cage lowers can Lethal Lockdown begin. During Lethal Lockdown, the first man to score a pinfall or submission will claim victory for their team. And introducing, representing Team Jarrett, accompanied to the ring by Gail, Kim, and Jackie, he is one half of the NWA World Team Champions, Wildcat Chris Harris.
Well, we now know who's going to kick it off for Team Jarrett. It's the Wildcat Chris Harris. Right here in the face of Don West. DW, don't get perturbed. Stay on focus.
Scares the heck out of me every time he comes out here.
It's going to be the Wildcat Chris Harris to start it off for Team Jarrett. Jarrett's Army in the opening 5 minutes. Who's Sting going to send out to counter Chris Harris? Gail, Kim, and Jackie, you know they're going to have problems.
One thing about it, they're going to have to be on the outside of this cage.
Gail Kim just loves to boss Jackie around, make her subservient. Who's going to be the opponent in the initial 5 minutes for Chris Harris? Let's find out now.
And the first representative of Sting's Warriors from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal
Think about this, Mike. These two guys are going to be inside this cage longer than anybody in this match. They've got to face off with each other for 5 minutes. And then in 2-minute intervals, they'll be sending other wrestlers. The bottom line is, though, that Team Jarrett won the coin toss. So at all times, they're going to have a 2-on-1 advantage. When they get their man sent in, AJ Styles is going to have a tough task because he can't be pinned until the ceiling's down, but he can sure be beaten before that ceiling's lowered.
I love the pre-match comments from the phenomenal AJ Styles in regards to Sting and his teammates. You know, he said Sting has that kind of power, that kind of clout, that he could pick anybody. He could choose anyone to join him in the Lethal Lockdown. You know that AJ, Ron the Truth Killings, the War Machine Rhino, the last thing that they want to do is let down Sting.
Oh, you're right. I mean, think about that. That'd be like Larry Bird coaching in a basketball game. You know what I mean? You don't want to let him down. He's such a legend. He's such an icon. And I look at that team that Sting has picked, and it's full of champions, full of guys that have held multiple different kinds of belts, and they're going to have to really work together. The only thing that alarms me is somebody with the agility of the phenomenal AJ Styles. What will this cage do to him? Will it ground him? Will it keep him, you know, not able to do the things that we see him do so well?
Well, you're right. Will it limit the incredible high-risk offense of the phenomenal AJ Styles? I don't know, Don. We've seen AJ in the past inside 6 sides of steel, and the way that he can improvise and improv during a match, it's almost as if he can adapt to the circumstances here, and he can use the steel cage to the advantage. You see the clock, bottom right-hand corner of your screen as we near 4 minutes in this opening 5-minute segment.
You don't win the Triple Crown in TNA without being able to improvise. This guy's held every single belt more than once that TNA has. Oh, what a drop kick! AJ Styles just cleaned him, and you can see that look on his face. Oh, he wants to perform for Sting so well.
That Triple Crown, that statement can be made about just one man, AJ Styles, NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tag Team Champion, X Division title holder as well, and he's taking the offense to the Wildcat now, going to take him face first, and send him right into the steel side of the steel cage, and then those right hands.
And he's held each of those titles at least twice. Wow. Oh, man, but think about the power. This is somebody that's held a lot of belts himself. Wildcat Chris Harris, no stranger to gold. I mean, the most decorated tag team in TNA history. This man's one member of it.
And looking to exploit the physical advantage that he has here. Picked up Styles, rammed him back first into the side of the cage, and now has him, just tossed him again right up against the 6 sides of steel.
each of these guys know that their job is to wear down these other guys so that when the cage comes down, you have an advantage. And it is going to be very important, especially for the team that will have a man advantage, every other man coming out, and that'll be Team Jarrett, that they use that man advantage so that when the ceiling does drop and the weapons do come, they're in much better shape. Oh, AJ Styles able to counter.
Drop toe hold by Styles, goes airborne and drops the knee right across the back and the back of the head of the Wildcat, Chris Harris. Just made a huge point. That pre-match coin flip, the coin toss. You heard Larry Zbyszko from the championship committee. He talked about it earlier. It was won by Team Jarrett, Jarrett's Army, and as a result, throughout this match, you will see where the numbers game will be impacting the match severely, and it's going to be to the advantage in many instances of Team Jarrett as Gail Kim looks on from ringside. Harris, Styles up to the top. Harris with punches. Styles with a series of kicks to the side of the leg, getting the better of the Wildcat.
That's how you bring somebody down right there. Kick that leg, make him drop off that rope. And look, he's got Wildcat caught in between the cage and the rope. That's where he wants him right here. This is his chance to take advantage because it's going to take him a little bit of time to get out of that.
We saw that earlier with Christian Cage. We saw him in that no man's land position.
Oh!
What we talked about earlier with AJ, he will find a way to use the 6 sides of steel to his advantage. Going to go at him again and just smashed him, just squashed him right up against the cage.
Oh, he knows he's got Wildcat, and he also knows that he's going to be at a man's disadvantage in a minute.
Great
so
point.
He wants to make sure that he's got Wildcat subdued, so that for the 2 minutes he has to face the next opponent, it's one-on-one and not two-on-one.
Maybe the most important aspect of the early going of this matchup is just that. Wear down Chris Harris, so that when the next member of Jarrett's Army sent out for the 2-on-1
There is 1
advantage,
minute left in the initial 5-minute period. 1 minute.
We are under 1 minute to find out who is going to join this matchup next. Who's going to enter lethal lockdown from Jarrett's Army? Styles going to try and shoot him off and does. Back first into the corner. Here comes AJ.
Oh, AJ has got the momentum, he's got the advantage. And I just want to reiterate to those that are watching, even when it is look at the strength. Oh, catatonic. Oh, he hits the catatonic. He nails the catatonic. And that'll stop your momentum in a hurry.
The blood flowing from the head of the Wildcat, Chris Harris, but still able to dig down deep. His patented finishing move, the catatonic, but there's nothing to finish at this point in the match. Only when all 8 men are inside the cage, and only when that cage roof lowers. Referee Hebner down for the pin, but that has no impact. There's the Styles clash by AJ as the final seconds tick off.
3, 2.
You can count all you want, but it's not going to impact the match.
Representing Jarrett's Army, Cowboy Jade Storm.
And here comes the other half of America's Most Wanted. Got that beer bottle in hand, Gail Kim, to greet the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, as he comes down the ramp. Think of the advantage now that Team Jarrett has. Certainly the numbers game, 2-on-1, but at the same time, you've got a team that's worked together for years. You've got America's Most Wanted, Harrison, Storm against AJ. Great move by AJ. Oh, to drop kick the door. The gate swung wide open. Storm, he didn't get hit, but Gail Kim got knocked down. God.
And what a shot she took right there. Man, oh man. It's brutal, and you can see the advantage right here that AMW has on them.
Oh, hey, Storm, the fresh man. I mean, the other two had just battled for 5 minutes, and Storm comes right into the ring and takes AJ and flings him right into the side of the cage. Storm's got him up.
Looking for a little. Goes at the eye of the Storm, and he hits it dead on. You can see him just pounding him on the back. Now, this is so important right now for Team Jarrett, because if you take somebody as valuable as AJ Styles out of this matchup, it really makes a difference. And look at him just raking that face across the steel cage right there.
Chris Harris, he's been opened up, and now the phenomenal AJ Styles bleeding from the head as well. There's just no way you can avoid it. When it's kind of a battleground. Lethal lockdown inside the 6 sides of steel, and AJ fighting back courageously.
Do doing everything that he can right there to somehow hold on till he gets another man to help him. And look at the teamwork that AMW does so well. Oh, man, AJ just with a shot to the mat.
Clock winding down under 15 seconds until the next member of Sting's Warriors will join AJ and even it up at 2 and 2.
Who's it gonna be?
Let's find out now.
Representing Sting's Warriors, Rhino!
Well, you can see Rhino didn't waste 1 second. He knew he had to get in there because his partner AJ is down on that mat and took a beating. And Rhino, the War Machine, just coming in like a house of fire and tearing it up inside the cage.
We're even up now at 2 versus 2. 2 members of Jarrett's team, 2 members of Sting's team, and yeah, the War Machine, Rhino taking it to both members of AMW. Harris up, spinebuster down.
What a wicked spinebuster. And it's so important for Rhino to take advantage of the situation that he's fresh and they're not. He's got 2 minutes in which to cause massive destruction, and he's got to do it. He's not going to get any help from AJ right now.
Gonna go for the gore.
Oh, he's setting it up. Oh, but he misses, and Storm able to get out of the way and throws him into that cage.
Tennessee Cowboy James Storm able to sidestep the attempt at the gore from the War Machine Rhino, and he just crashed right into the side of the cage. Harris, oh man, vicious, lethal lariat. What a clothesline knockdown Styles. That'll take your breath away.
Oh man, you can see how busted open AJ Styles is. Oh, and what combination there as Storm throws Wildcat into Rhino, and he takes that boot right into the face, right into the cage.
And as we go under 40 seconds until the next man joins this lethal lockdown matchup, the advantage is to AMW here. The advantage is to Team Jarrett, and in less than 30 seconds, they're going to have the numbers game as well, because it'll be 3-on-2 for Jarrett's Army.
And it looks like everything that they're wanting to do is working, and I'm telling you, we talked about how dangerous this cage is because there is no give on it. Look at this, it looks like even James Storm is busted open from the shot he took.
9.
Everybody that hits that cage, it acts like a, like I said, a cheese grater from that spin. Oh, he hits the Pele on top of Storm.
The next participant, representing...
Well, you can see it's Jeff Jarrett coming down, and Rhino wasn't even going to let him get in. Now his thing is broken outside of the cage as they went right after the champ. The former champion, busted it right there to the King of the Mountain, getting one shot after the other from the War Machine and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Rhino and Styles, repeated shots to the head of Jarrett. They've got him right here against the broadcast table. And now they're going to toss him right inside the cage. Talk about taking it to your opposition. It's exactly what Rhino and AJ just did to Jarrett.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do, but once they got inside the cage there, Jarrett able to get the momentum back, get to his feet. And a lot of that has to do with that he's just a fresher man in this situation, but I do like the way that AJ Styles and Rhino came right after him.
Really, if you think about it, the perfect counter to the numbers game. You wear down AMW, you broke through the cage door, you take it right to Jarrett on the ramp, and it works for the first minute. But now the 3-on-2, and Jarrett's Army back in charge.
You know, it's almost like they had that plan waiting right there. As soon as that cage was open to let somebody in, they were flying out of there to go after him. But again, it's now, like you said, 3-on-2 for the next 38 seconds.
And again, keep in mind, until all 4 members of both teams are inside the cage, and only at that point does lethal lockdown begin. And at that point, you win by pinfall or submission. Jarrett has really turned this in the favor of his team, the 3-on-2, and the King of the Mountain, the fresh man, and it's all Jarrett's Army.
Numbers game has worked out to their advantage. So important right here for Sting's Warriors to somehow get things status quo.
Who's going to even it up 3-3? Let's find out now.
Representing Sting's Warriors, Ron the Truth Kelly.
Wise choices as partners by Sting. All 3 men done. They've been to the top. NWA World Heavyweight Champions, all 3. And this is the freshest of the men, Ron the Truth Killings, unloading with right hands.
And he knows he's got to come in there on fire. He knows he's got 2 minutes to do a lot of damage, because then he's going to be outnumbered. And that's exactly what the Truth is doing. right there.
Sensational float over, then the splits, and you're right. Then the leg lariat drops him, and Ron, the true killer, didn't see the Wildcat from behind. Harris caught him, gonna elevate him up. Killing spikes it off.
Strength right there, but oh, man, he busted him one right. God, that's how you do that. Ron the Truth, this is great right here. As he's getting it set up, because we know Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner's coming out next, and I wouldn't want to be inside a ring with him for 2 minutes. Wait a minute, phenomenal AJ Styles going up top.
Where's AJ going? To the top of the cage, 45 seconds. We know it's Scott Steiner, just by means of deduction. It's the last member of Jarrett's army. He's going to be the fourth man.
Obviously, he was going up there to get him some kind of like maybe a phone splash or something, but you can see Storm, you can see
Jarrett,
Jarrett.
Look out for Rhino and the Truth underneath.
Oh, they're all going over there.
No! AJ trying to hang on to the cage. Up from underneath the Wildcat. Tower of Doom.
Look at this. Oh, no. Oh, what a shot. They tumble down, and AJ gets the brunt of it for being the man up top. Oh, man. Oh, man, AJ, it was high risk.
4, 3, 2,
oh, God.
1.
What a bad landing that was for Styles.
And a final member of Jarrett's army, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Oh, God. Here comes Scott Steiner. You know, we've seen this hired assassin, Don, on several occasions attack people because Jarrett sent him out there. But this is his in-ring debut for TNA, and he goes, oh, man, belly to belly, overhead release suplex on the War Machine Rhino. They're crazy.
Oh, he gets slugged. AJ like a stack of potatoes and thinking the advantage after that Tower of Doom. He had all the guys laying down, and he's able to just come in there and clean house. And man, is he cleaning house.
Oh, bodies being tossed all over the ring by Big Papa Pump, elevated up. God, he just flung him right against the side of the cage. That was AJ he just tossed.
I mean, he has just come in there using his strength with those gigantic arms, and just one after another, and this is the perfect game plan. Have these guys so that when Sting comes out here, he won't have much help. And took it from the top rope. Oh, man, was that wicked.
The largest arms and the shortest fuse in professional wrestling. Big Papa Pump, the big booty daddy, Scott Steiner, has just turned this thing totally in the control of Jarrett's army. And we know, Don, we're 30 seconds away from you-know-who.
Oh, Sting can't get out here fast enough, because it has become a total beatdown at this situation. Look how busted open the War Machine is. Everybody, it seems, is just tore up in there as Jarrett's army is taking it to town. Oh, man, AJ, what more can he have in him?
Think of the punishment that AJ Styles has gone through,
10,
Don.
9,
We're 9 seconds away from
7,
Sting
6,
to even it up
5,
and drop down
4,
the roof.
3, 2, 1.
And here he is.
This is Sting.
I hope he can get in there in time, because he's got a lot of work to do.
Open up that door and turn him loose. Here comes Sting.
You can see everybody waiting on him, but Sting comes in, just throwing the legs, throwing the arms, anything to create a little bit of space.
Steiner dropped. Attention turned to Jarrett, king of the mountain, face first into the steel.
Oh, he's just putting them all inside the cage. One right after another against it. Oh, man, as you can see, the Cowboy takes a shot right there.
Now, Sting and Steiner, and he just dropped him with the big right hand. There goes AMW, stacked up in the corner. Sting up, inverted atomic drop for Scott Steiner.
Here any second, the ceiling is going to lower.
That's the key. Sting stacking them all up in the corner. All 4 members of Jarrett's army stacked in the corner.
And here he goes. Oh, man, the Stinger splashes. Oh, 4 of them.
4-man Stinger splash. Hit him again, Stinger.
And they all go tumbling down.
Bring it down. Here we go. We're going to bring down the roof.
official. It's Lethal Lockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, let the Lethal Lockdown begin!
Here we go! All 8 men inside the cage. The roof is dropped. The weapons are now in play. And it is first pinfall, first submission to win this match.
And it's going to get brutal. It's going to get bloody. It's going to get barbaric. As anything that they can get a hold of. And I don't know if you've seen everything that's on there. There's bats, guitars, handcuffs, chairs, garbage can lids. Even there's tables up on top there. There's a ladder you can
How about the baseball bat that Sting has? Truth off the top, and the top of that trash can just, I think, right into the head of Chris Harris.
And you can see these guys inside this cage, locked in. And wait a minute, what in the world?
What's going on up here?
As James Storm, there is one little area of space where you can wiggle out of.
And it looks like AJ Styles and James Storm are both headed to the...
What on earth are they doing?
What the hell are they doing? They're on top of the roof!
This is absolutely absurd!
No!
I'll tell you what, they'll find room to do anything.
Styles and Storm battling up on top of the cage. My God, they must be, what would you say, Don?
Oh, they're, what, 30
plus feet easily above the floor.
I mean, there's just one little opening that you can get through, and these two guys have done it.
You see Gail Kim, what?
What is going on? What in the world is she trying to do?
Gail Kim up to the top of the cage.
AJ's got his...
I think he's got his fingers right on her fingers.
Right there, look at this. Oh, man. You gotta like that. That's Jackie. Deep pants are right there.
Super kick by Star. Oh, my God. He caught him with the super kick. And Styles fortunately landed up on top of the roof.
He was so close to falling off of that into the crowd. Wait a minute. Storm is setting up a table that's set up there.
You're right. James Storm, representing Jarrett's Army, going to put a table in place up on top of this, on the roof of this cage? Can you even do that?
Oh, this is absolutely insane.
No.
As the rest of the guys inside, they're also looking up, I think, trying to figure out what's going on. And there you see Sting. Oh, man, and think about the jarring that it does.
Styles, out of nowhere, did he catch him with the Pele?
He caught him right up there on top of the cage with it and landed him on top of the table.
He kicked him right in the head.
See Jarrett grabbing a guitar right there from the top. Is this just mayhem at this point?
It's what this is all about. But look at this, Sting's got a guitar.
They both got him. He's looking at him right with it. You think how many times he want to smash his head with a guitar?
Face to face, Sting and Jarrett, both with the weapons, both with the guitars in their hand. Uh-oh, Sting's picked up the baseball bat.
Oh, he busted, you knew. It's guitar versus bat, guitar loses. Every time.
Oh, get him. Get him. Wrap that guitar right around his neck. Give him a guitar necktie right now.
Oh, low blow right there by Scott Steiner, and it comes in just in time.
Boy, if there's ever been a match where you do...
Wait a minute. Looking at the top up there.
What the hell is AJ thinking?
He's got him a ladder. He's trying to set it up.
No.
What on earth?
AJ, you got to have second thoughts about this.
I mean, that would put him about 50 feet above the ground.
No.
No way.
I mean, can the roof even hold that ladder?
I don't even know. This is absolutely absurd.
AJ, no.
This is absurd.
No, AJ, get down. What?
No way can this happen.
He's on the truss. He's on the steel structure. He's on the truss.
Crazy.
He must be 50 feet above the roof.
Crazy. And he's smashing him through the table.
My God.
That was the craziest, most insane thing I've ever seen.
It's unfreaking believable.
It is unreal. He climbed up the ladder, got to the highest point.
God, we got to take another look at this.
Look at this.
He climbed up the ladder. He hung from the steel support from the truss. And look at this. He crashed right down through the table.
They're both wiped out after that, and now all the action's going inside. This crowd appreciates it, but I don't believe we just saw it.
focused now. Back inside the ring. Truth cover. 2. No, Jarrett for the save at 2.
Just in time, he was able to. Mike, have you ever seen anybody that high up from the floor in your history of doing this?
Never. Look out. Stroke.
Right into the chair.
Jarrett, the king of the mountain, just hit the stroke, but Rhino just scored him. Rhino just scored Jarrett. Oh, Big Papa Pump.
Oh, man, he suplexes him back behind him, and this is just, it's become a battle, and they're just beating everybody with everything they can find.
Steiner recliner. Submission hold applied on Rhino. If Rhino taps out, Jarrett's Army wins it. Sting.
Oh, just in time. Sting's able to hit it.
Scorpion death drop on Big Papa Pump, but he doesn't see Harris. He never saw him, and Harris decked him.
Oh, he had the handcuffs in his hand. Think about it, it's like brass knuckles. He just caught Sting square in the face and then plants him down.
Bodies just laid out everywhere. Chris Harris is the only man standing at this point. Look at this. He's going to lock on them. Oh, look at this. He's going to try and beat Sting with his own move. He's got it applied. The Scorpion's hook man.
Sting's trying to get to the ropes. Anything he can do to break it. You can see the pain on his face. He's fighting for everything he's got. Is he going to tap out?
Pinfall or submission to win it. Sting's got to fight through the pain. He can't tap.
He grabbed his ankle. What a move. What a counter.
He's got him in it. Scorpion. Scorpion.
He's got him held up. Can he do it? You can see.
He tapped. He tapped.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, AJ Styles, Rhino, Ron the Truth Killings, and Sting, Sting's Warriors!
They did it! He was able to counter and get the win!